Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Manchester United Liverpool show. Mandem United podcast meets the analysis at Anfield podcast. I'm joined by the Liverpool representatives. The gang is in the building. Saint is here. Ram is here as well. Please make sure, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, hit the like button on the video. Make sure you do that. Let's bump up the likes. Share this across all of the socials. And on top of those two things, subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. Like I stated, get your questions in, Manchester United or Liverpool related. And if you do indeed super chat, I will get straight to your comment or your question as well. But before we get into all things football, Saint, what are you telling me? You good?
Yeah, man. I'm blessed up. I'm just trying to, what's it called? I'm trying to get connected to the chat. So it's telling me I'm got to log in and all of that. So
yeah, no stress, man. Do your thing,
bear with me and that, because I want to get involved in the chat and that. But yeah, man's blessed up, man.
Joke, man. Look at this guy smile like that in months, you know.
Telling me, blood, dead teeth and that. You know what? You're big up all the man though that has seen my face on here and have been like, oh, like, you know, this guy is just pessimistic. And bro, I told you there are times when man's, I'm nice, you know, and these are one of them times, bro. You get me? Like,
doing your thing, innit? Little Szoboszlai, and we're linked to Top I love you and that.
Hey, brother, zip me. Yo, are you mad? Yo, let's with cooking, bro. You get me? We're cooking, lad. You coming to a nice little curry goats and them thing there, you know, little stewed chicken and that. Hey, come on. Yeah, I want to this thing, bro. Crazy. Hey, by the way, yeah, I got my dog in here, innit? So, like, you might see him and that. That's why.
Yeah, no stress, man. Mad. It's all good.
But yeah, man, other than relax, big man. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Love that, man. Love that. Yo, Ram, what are you telling me? You blessed?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. Just to add on to sort of Saint saying, man, yeah.
Look at these.
We still in the club. We still in the club. We're still making moves, man. We're not stopping there. What we say, Lavia now. Get me? I'm kind of gassed. I ain't gassed about Catherine. It looks like Thuram's out of the way, but we get Lavia, man. I'll be good. I'll be sleeping well tonight.
Especially because these bomber holes try and bring in they try to etch their neck up in there, so it'll make it even sweeter. You know, like that's already sweet, man.
Yeah, man.
But it just be the chocolate sprinkles on top, you know, like that. Yeah, bro.
Look at these man. All right, so you know what? There's only one place to start, so let's start there. Szoboszlai. You know what I'm saying?
Szoboszlai. I wish we had Redmond on today because, boy, big up Redmond, you know. Man's pronunciations were so
Shibboleth.
Who's that? Man said halfway through the street, man just said, Dom, that's it.
Yeah, Dom, man. Just call him Dom.
Dominic Toretto settings, you get me?
Yeah, bro. Man. Hey, listen. What? Are you dumb? Like, gas, bro. Gas.
All right, so we'll start there. We'll go with you saying, you know what I'm saying? Dominik Szoboszlai. I was about to butcher his name.
You're gonna give it the shibboleth. Hey, don't worry, bro. Listen, man needs. He's everything that, and you man know already, innit? I'm no need to chat. You man been up in here and see me. I'm not moved. McAllister I liked. I've been said about McAllister from early, but I wasn't like, yo, this is the one that's gonna. It's the pieces. Do you get it? And this is a very nice addition. Do you know what I mean? In terms of everything that he brings, the guy is Mr. Utility, bro. It's like we've just, I don't wanna. In terms of his attributes, he ain't played one day in the Premier League yet, so I'm not gonna, say, but in terms of his attributes and what he's bringing, it's like we just got a younger Milner, you know what I mean? Who can bang. Like he's all over the place, he's creative, he's sturdy, he's intelligent, and he's a leg man. 10 goals and all that. You know what I mean? I don't know, I can't remember how many assists, bro. That's what we need, bro. And we'll get to Lavia, but yeah, I'm very, very happy. 22, young youth. in terms of like the type of character, and Hungary are no idiots. Do you know what I mean? To be captain of Hungary at 22 and you're coming in, onto it. Like, yeah, man. No, I'm real happy, man. Pay the monies, bro. Is what I said last week, innit? Stop being long. Like, pay the monies and get it done. Man did that seemingly. Because we could have got him probably cheaper, or we might not have got him at all. That's the gamble you play with them thing there, that roulette. Just drop it out. Hit a 60M, done it, boom. I'm happy. Yeah,
and he's he can't take it.
No, he can't take it, bro. You know what? He's a pussy, bro. It's like 9 weeks of me just here. This guy's been cheesing. Well, there's been times when man's wanted to cry, bro. Like, man, I'm here for you. Tell us about your, like that. Now, man sees 1-2 caps and he's like, I here.
Bro, it's not even that. He's got Mason Mount as well, man. Wow. Mason money, Manchester Mount.
Imagine you're picking up Mount for the same peas that we're picking up mine. Yo!
Yeah, man. Oh,
the only thing you can give me is he's Premier League proven. That's probably the only thing, because other than that, he don't give you not one thing that, do you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, fam, man. I'm so happy, bro. I'm so happy, bro.
Like, Mason Mount ain't got the tech like that.
No,
he ain't got the
press persistent.
He ain't got the guns goals.
Like I know he can bang, but he don't bang consistently like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
this guy bangs. This guy bangs.
Bangs, bro. Like Pete Ox, like that. Like, I'm letting it. We need it. Exactly what we've needed in this team. That's what I'm saying.
Like a little bit of Ronaldo settings, like knuckleball, that kind of shit that he does, man. The dip.
Do you know what it is, yeah, Ram? Do you know what it is, bro? And like, it's just intelligence in terms of like, all he needs to do is do it twice, and then all of a sudden the space is unreal. Do you know them ones there? Man are clamoring to him, leaving gaps. Do you know them ones there? Like, because they're like, oh no, this guy can. And then all of a sudden, we're able to just like, it just brings another weapon to us. That's why I'm so happy, because all of this, man, no, bro, man can't say patterns of play anymore, bro. I can't say it anymore, man. On this channel, they hear me say, oh, patterns of play are dead. Patterns of play are just repetitive, and it's just long. But you know what? Like, to have a man like that with an Arsenal like that, the space will open up to now start playing nice balls to a man like Gakpo, who's just gonna grow into that 9 role, and he's intelligent. He feeds off those. Bro, can't be. He had to cut, bro. Flawless had to cut, bro.
That sauce, bro. That sauce that we got, man. That's different grade.
Are you mad, bro? This is, you know what I'm saying. Look, bro, look at instantly, yeah, instantly. What's Lavia? 19, 20?
He's 20, like 19, 20. Yeah, around there.
I should say 20, yeah. We got 20. We got a 22-year-old captain. Then what's McAllister like?
He's 20, like 23, 24.
23, 24. Bro, look at that. Do you know them ones there with like, and then we still got man like Flacco there. Bro, if we can get a
man
young
like Thiago's still gonna be there.
Hopefully, I'm hoping.
Apparently
that he wants to see out his thingy. Yeah, bro. This is when we get the best out of a man. Like, bro, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about, bro. Like, I'm gonna get into some of these comments in it, but we just had to just salivate, because, bro, it's been hard times. You man have seen weeks and weeks of hard times, bro. Like, man, I'll probably question, like, is this guy even really Liverpool's wall?
It's not even that, bro. The amount of therapy sessions Flawless been trying to make on this channel.
Fab. What I will
say, it's a celebration, bro. A celebration right now.
Bro, that's the only thing I would like. I'm not gonna lie, to make this window even, is a CB. We need a CB and maybe some cover on that right-hand side. Adequate cover, not some dickhead cover that you've just got a man there, but really all you ever want to see is Salah. Like, someone that's like raw, actually, like raw. And we can start to, do you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I think we need to start looking at that this season because next season might be too late. You know them ones. Then we're like, we need someone to just come in and do the thing now or whatever. You see what I'm saying? But we'll cross that bridge.
We'll do that later.
Let's just enjoy what's going on right now. You know what I mean? These men don't even know what's going on. They've come on here like, is this safe? This can't be safe. This is me, bruv. It's me. Right. Let's get back in. Let me see. Hey, they got everyone inside, didn't it?
Now I gotta ask, where is Flawless, man? I want to put these comments up.
Man, bro, you know what it is, like, fam. One Man United, anyways, bro. Like, I'm tired and sick and tired of seeing this guy's teeth, bro, grinning. The only time that maybe man didn't have a bit of was when we duppied them the 7-0 whatever. Other than that, bro, man been out here loving life, and I've been out here on some. So yeah, bonus man. Two good creative midfielders, Brian Herder. You done, bro, 100%, bro. I like how Liverpool go about their business. So big up to them. To be fair, listen, I'm gonna definitely congratulate them now because I've been cornering them for so long, but I don't know their business, the way in which they've been handling themselves in, let's say, the last 2 or 3 transfers didn't make me confident that I'm not sitting here like I knew this was happening. Hell yeah, like, you know them ones that I'm like, whoa, oh my god, like what? Yes, like, so I don't, yeah. But listen, they're doing it now. They're getting back to it. Do you know what I mean? They're getting back to that team that we're like, raw.
Man, like moving like Randy Orton right now, straight out of nowhere, bro. You get me?
Come on, and that's one thing we have been doing. That's one thing we're good at. That we have been moving. Like do you know what I mean? It's just we haven't been doing it lately.
Bro, like Flawless.
On some jokes.
In fact, so many people were complaining about no transfers. Then straight out of nowhere, boom, Szoboszlai in. You get me?
Adam FC, these man hyping a guy they never watched, bro. I've never watched him regularly, but I've watched him, bro. I've seen him, bro. Are you mad? Like, I've watched him, bro.
You don't know who you're talking to, bro.
And you're talking to Ram out here. He's a German correspondent, bro. Like,
bro, I've been looking at this guy since Salzburg, man.
Ram even said, to be fair, he even put out a thing before he even started. We're like, yo, we need this Salzburg thing. Like, when's our Salzburg plug coming? Because like, and then you put up that thing where it was like Minamino, it was KR, next thing you know, boom, so was like on Salzburg.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we did like, come on, man.
Yeah.
And people should know me, man. I'm a real one. Like, I wouldn't just be this happy over something that I don't actually think is like. I think this is a great addition, bro. Like, exactly what we need.
It's something we haven't had it for a long time.
Long time. I said Ox at his peak, bro. When was that, bro?
I think he could be even better, bro.
I agree, but that's what we're looking at. When we're looking at like someone who's lenging from who can give. That's what we're looking at. We're like, wow, we've got to go back to like.
I see the vision. Imagine like we get a free kick 25 yards out and Trent steps up. But not only Trent, we've got McAllister next to him. Then we've got Szoboszlai next to him, bro. The goalkeeper don't even know who he's gonna face, man.
Yeah, it's a mad thing. Why did he even have to come? He was having fun out here, bro. So done.
No, because I was watching. Obviously, my Wi-Fi, I had to go reset the router, but I was still watching and that. He's about to chatting bad shit and that.
But anyway, you mad? I forgot it's a Man United show. Still, man.
It's all good, man. You might carry on in it, waxing Liverpool. Even my wife, I was like, you don't want to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's just that's what he said. That's what my router said.
I said, yo, pussy, bro, because bro, the amount of times man has been here nearly crying, bro, and this guy's here, talk to me, man. You know me, I am okay. Now you get me, like that. They got Assad, man. They got Assad, like, come on.
Yeah, big up everyone in the chat. My apologies for whatever reason. My Wi-Fi wanted to mess up people, so that's why I was away. But obviously, with Saint and Rams, you might have in capable hands, especially if you're a Liverpool fan as well, because these men are gassed over this shit. But I was like, well, yeah, you might carry on waxing Liverpool and Saint. I think we're getting some interference because of your what's it called? The AirPod, you know. Yeah. Again, some feedback. I think to disconnect it. If it's not, I think so. Yeah. No stress.
Hold on a second.
I'm saying, yeah, no stress. Before we carry on, everyone bump up the likes. Over 45 of you lot in the building. Only at 18 likes. Like check 1 2 1 2. Let's bump up them likes. Get us up to 30 likes. Hit the subscribe button if you are indeed new as well. We're at 7,124. Only looking for one more subscriber as well. Might be on my end still because we're still getting some feedback. Let us know in the chat, people. It might just be on my end.
Still getting it?
Feedback.
Okay.
Yeah. But it might just be on my end.
Is it pissing down? Where are you at, saying?
No, it's calm.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably just me. Nah, it's calm. No one in the chat ain't said anything, so we all good. But yeah, man, you might carry on waxing lyrical about Szoboszlai.
Yeah, no, we was just saying like, so what? I don't really know what we were just saying like it's a good thing, isn't it? Like, you know, like that, like it's what we needed. Man's just happy, isn't it? Like,
to see it.
We're moving crazy out here, man. We're not done as well, man. We're not done.
Right, well,
that's one thing. That's one thing. That's one thing. As good as this is, yeah, we can't be done. Do you know them ones there? And I'm not trying to be greedy on that, but we can't be done. I'm really hoping that my GOAT, my GOAT has got that pulling power, that alhamdulillah pulling power, and can draw my captain to get me to any type of Al Lehal team that them man they're playing. That would be, bro, they drop a nice 25M. We saying, Ram, 25M for Hendo?
Bro,
you take that.
Twitter's been crying about that shit, man. Man talking about sports washing and all that kind of BS that they're talking about. Like Gerard with the sport washing, helping out his old club, bro. Nah, he just wants a good player, man.
Yeah,
come on,
bro.
Stevie. You know what
he wants a good player, bro. If he drops that 25M, I'll be so happy, bro. They better take that. Like, this is the thing. Like, I love Klopp, but Klopp is that idiot. I'll be like, no, shut up. Listen, shut your mouth.
Because of the sentiment thing.
Yeah, all this bullshit. You should have let him go PSG before. To be fair, I'm not gonna do that because at that time I was a bit like, no, we need. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, man, you need your most successful ever captain in the Premier League era. It makes sense.
Yeah, no, it is.
Virgil van Dijk, yeah.
No, it's Henderson. You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? Why are the Liverpool fans so against this? You, Ryan, like I state a fact. A man is so against.
No, it is a fact. It is a fact. I just
right,
no, you're trying to do up shade, but it is a fact.
How am I do away with?
Shut up. You are trying to do up shade, but it's cool. It's cool.
How am I trying to do up shade when Henderson is technically, not even technically, he is Liverpool's most successful captain in the Premier League era. Man picked up a champs in the Prem.
Because you man don't rate him.
You man don't rate. You here trying to flog him for 25 million? Talking about
100. Because if we could get like, oh mate, do you know what I mean? That would be so nice. Like 25 mil. He's not needed.
Catherine Turan, bro.
We just a little, do you know what I mean? Just to, bro, we're nice, bruv. We're actually nice. Like, just what I'm saying. I would maybe use that money for someone, be cheeky, be someone that could maybe play the 8 and play on the right. Trying to get this cover for Salah, man. Like, my guy, don't want to be here, AFCON again, doing and even without that, like, the guys, it's long, bro. When are we going to deal with this? When are we actually going to deal with this problem? I've been saying this, guys. Hello, we need this. Like, do you know the ones there? Like, so, like, hopefully we can get like a little 25M. You can, do you know what I mean? It's monies that now you can say, so someone like Nkuku, I would have loved. Do you know what I mean? Someone you couldn't be smart with, like a player like you're gonna have to try and be smart. Do you know what I'm saying? Cover on the 8. Cover on the right, adequate cover on the right. Cool. Get a CB. Brother. Moving.
All right. You know what I'm saying? Okay, fast. Because you might ain't stopping. So Rams, who else do you expect to see, or who else would you like to see coming? Because obviously you've been linked to Lavia. Catherine Thuram links have now quieted down. You've been linked with a few centre backs. But
apparently they say we pulled out. Now they're saying. I don't know.
Yeah. This is what I'm hearing. That's why I said it. Yeah. I don't know the exact details in regards to Catherine Thuram.
From the way I see it, I think we kind of didn't take that bullshit. Like, I think Nice was trying so hard to lowball us and trying to get a bidding war, and we were like, nah, F it, man. What's the point? We're not going to be taken for idiots. So we just left. That's how I see it. And I think Thuram is the kind of guy that he doesn't want to make things messy. And he was like, I wouldn't want to force this move because of what Nice has done for me in my career. I think he's just one of them people, right? It is what it is. But yeah, man, I think a DM is needed, 100%. Ideally a DM that could also play as the 8, but ideally more of a DM. and a left-sided centre back, man. If we get that, if we get two solid players, say if we get a Lavia and an Inacio,
Okay.
8.5 transfer window out of 10.
Big.
If we're talking Levi Colville though, I'm gonna say 9. Say 9. I really like Levi. The melanin with Canate and Colville,
bro.
man.
You're not gonna hear me say no. You know them ones there. I'm here for my black brothers, but do the thing. Let's go. But
I like Levi.
So if you do have this great window, so say you do get Lavia, say it is an Asio, say it is a Colwell, or just a competent quality, a left back of some form of quality.
Yeah.
What's the aim? Taking on Manchester City for the Premier League title, I'm guessing.
We've got to. There's no would you? Yeah, 100. Like I'm not gonna sit here and oh well, no. That's what I'm saying. It'll put pressure on Klopp because you know when I've always been like, I'm not Klopp out, and I'm not Klopp out because like a lot of it is FSG, but it's very hard for me to see. Do you know what I mean? It's easy for me to see the failings of FSG, but it's hard for me to see how culpable Klopp is in that. This will be a very good litmus test because this is a summer where I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm happy with this summer. Like, and I think you as a manager have been given a lot of the tools in which you needed. You didn't have, do you know what I mean? I think most footballing people would be like, yeah, like this is an adequate, do you know what I mean? Remember we was doing up the bare random midfields, I was like, that's just not it. That's not it. This is it. This is
the midfield that is.
I'm like, yo, you can do something. So now it's all like, yo, Klopp. Not that there's pressure. I don't know another word. I'm not that eloquent enough to know another word because pressure. I don't think
pressure's too far, but something less than
too
pressure.
far. Yeah, do you know
expectation,
what I mean?
I'd say.
But the expectation is kind of like, yo, brother, let's see what I want. And you know what? One thing I will say, because I'm a real guy, bro. I'm not going to say it now. I'm just saying that I will. And people need to. I don't actually think I need to really talk about people because they bumlit this guy anyways. But I will basically be like, listen, I said that we have never seen. They bumlit Klopp, bro. Are you mad? I'm like, listen, I have never seen Klopp's rebuild. It ain't happened.
Yeah.
There isn't. No one can't tell me of an example of Klopp's rebuild. And this would be
a rebuild for him. Yeah, that's true.
A rebuild for him that I would think is decent. Do you know what I'm saying? This is so let's go and do something. And with Klopp's, like how highly he's rated and I rate him, there is nothing like it's not a thing. 100% challenging. Let's do this. Yeah.
Challenging. Would you do you echo that, Ram? In terms of if you do indeed carry on at this rate and have a great window, is it a challenge thing?
100%. If we get a left-sided centre back and a DM, 100%, man. I'm talking we got to win Europa. I'm talking we got to go far in the domestic comps. We got to go far in either Carabao or FA Cup. I preferably would like the FA Cup more than the Carabao Cup. But when it comes to the league, you've got to compete. I could take the fact that you miss out to Man City because I think Man City are going to do some serious business this transfer window. Man, talk about Vardy. Man's talking about even Frankie de Jong getting linked. And I'm like, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man City are doing a madness. So if it comes to the case of Man City, I can understand it. We don't win. But you still got to compete. You still got to do a little. So you can't be finishing third or finishing second like 10 points or 11 points behind City.
It's got to be a race.
It's got to be a race.
It's got to be a battle. Yeah,
it's got to be a race. It's got to be a race. I'm not expecting like what we did in the last 2 to 4 years where we took them to the last day. I'm saying if it's like the 36th game and Man City win their game and it ends up being champions, is what it is. But that means we have to go and win the FA Cup or Europa League. Europa League for me is a must. We got to win that. By far the best.
I agree. 100. Europa League is a must. Bro.
Yeah, you lot should do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we got to win a trophy, man.
My team this season just gone. We're going to
man. Have you seen Szoboszlai's record? Man, in every season he plays, won a trophy.
Yeah, bro.
Is it? All right.
Yeah.
Hopefully that don't continue at you, bro, but we'll find out.
In his interview, he said, when I played in football, every time I played, in a season, we've won a trophy. I want to continue that when I go to Liverpool, and I think we could do it. That's what he said. So that's got to be the expectation now.
That's bro. Trust, bro. Listen to what he's saying. 22-year-old. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's the bro. Man ain't on this like, yo, you know, I've been a fan of Joe. Like, I'm so happy to be here. Brother, man say, bro, listen to the bro. That's sending chills up my spine, fam. It's like, yo, let's do this, bro. Every single time man's played, I've won a trophy, so you know the levels. Man's on crud. Get it? Like, and man's not coming somewhere where I'm not seeing that, bro. Like, do you know them ones there? So let's do this. Come on, 22. Yo,
Yes,
come on,
I'm
man.
saying, look at this Liverpool optimism. Do you like don't say I don't, you know what I'm saying, show love and give my platform to the ops, you know what I'm saying? Because you got saying a Rams here, waxing lyrical, and they have. Like, I don't like the move from a rival fan perspective. I don't like
Don't
the
forget
moves
Ryan.
Liverpool are making. You know what I'm saying? That fuck Ryan. But yeah, shout out to Ryan. He's probably watching the comedian. But yeah, like you lot doing good business. It seems so. Like I said, links to Lavia, obviously Szoboszlai, you got McAllister.
Do you know what I like about Szoboszlai as well? Like I said, you missed this. I don't know if you caught this, but let me just rewind it.
Yeah, go on, rewind.
Selector for you.
Yeah.
Like, how much you get him out for?
You know these guys asking me. Why?
No, I don't know. I don't know what. I know it's negotiations. I just don't know the figures, bro. You get me?
You damn well know the figures. You joke, man. How much was Szoboszlai for you lot? How much was he? 60 M.
60.
Yeah, so it's pretty much the same price. Yeah, it's pretty much the same price.
Same.
We got someone younger and arguably better.
Ain't no arguably, and I've not even watched him. I ain't even watched him, and I know that.
That's the only thing that man's got. Man's got Prem ready. That's that we can't say. Do you get me? Like, do you know?
And homegrown. Big up.
Well, Mount, he's got homegrown, but in terms of this Prem ready, how did that work out for him last season? You know what I'm saying? Mount is not it. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you lot a lie. I've seen certain Manchester United fans try and do that. I've seen Arsenal fans do that with Havertz. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's a good move. Yeah. That's all well and good. How did that work out for Chelsea? They finished 12th. You know what I'm saying?
But he was injured that time.
But he was. I was gonna say he didn't really play too tough.
He played.
He was injured.
Let's not do that. He played. Don't make me pull up his numbers because he played. People forget. I will just because he was injured towards the back end of the season. People forget that. Nah, he played matches 110%. 1 second. I'm literally doing it now. I don't like this whole like man played 15 games or some shit like that.
Say revenge is sweet, my friend.
Bro, it tastes like cotton candy right now, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like
cotton candy with some ice cream and some.
There's sometimes when man was just, I was out here, I was literally counting how many teeth this guy had. I said, this is outrageous. I don't want to do this show no more. Like, I don't want to do it no more. Nah, do you know what I mean? I'm back out here.
1 second, I'm trying to find it now. I'm literally doing it. This laptop playing up. Give me 1 second.
But you're right to say, man. You're right. As in, like, the mentality this guy has. And man said it himself. He's taking the number 8. He knows how big that number 8 is. And
wait, who's taking it?
Since he's
about
come in,
Szoboszlai.
It's just nothing but big boy moves, bro. I'm looking at this guy like, this. That's why I said Henderson is surplus to requirement. He's been surplus to requirement, but like, bro, we've got Van Dijk. This guy in 2 years gonna be our captain, bro. Like, he's already moving shower face goon. Like, what sports do you like other than football? Nah, bro, just football, G. I'm like, this guy is a robot. He's a nah. Say less. Like, there's no like. That's what I'm so happy about. I'm happy about the talent. Like I said, I'm not Ram in it. Like, I have seen him. I've seen him internationally, and I've seen him in Leipzig, but I ain't seen a season's worth. Like, but most people ain't when they get transfers to sharp. You get it. But I know what I'm getting in terms of technicians. But it's everything else around it. Like I said, it's the age and the mentality. You would think this guy's 26, coming into his absolute prime, the way he's moving. Do you know the ones there? Like, he's on it. He's gonna be a dog. He's gonna work. And like I said, he plays everywhere. Like, literally. Like, there's no. That's why I think having Thiago this season is vital, because the dependency is so little now. Do you know them ones there? Whereas before it was. That's why I used to use the comparison. We was using a Ferrari to go down to Sainsbury's and get milk. It was mad. Do you know, like that? Like, now it's not a big thing. You know what I'm saying? So now you can any final. That's the chocolate sprinkles you want, bro, to be able to have a Thiago for any final that we get into. Do you know them ones there? Like, any big game, Boom. Oh, you're not fit. Say less. We're not gonna cry. No, like that. So yeah, let's move on to these pussy holes anyway, because it's not a Liverpool show. But yeah, man's
So it's
happy,
nice,
bro.
man. Liverpool boys glad, but yes, the Shikari says flawless. Just remember all this energy. Don't worry, people. This show will go on throughout the whole season. Like, we're not going
remember
anywhere.
this energy.
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking crazy? How many shows have you watched? Remember this energy. You man are mad. You man are greedy. You man are greedy.
Yeah, that's why she can't say that.
You man are fucking
I don't like
greedy,
this energy. And the
bro.
thing is, I can't even say you man are wrong for having this energy because you are doing good business. That's what I don't
You
like.
know I'm a fucking realist. That's why it hurts you.
Yeah.
That's why it hurts you because you know me, bro. I don't chat shit. You know Ram as well. We're not out here just doing up madness. I'm gonna click this, and you're pissed because you're like, fuck. These guys actually have a reason to be as happy as they are, bro. You know, like
as Denzel said, my bro. These brothers starving out here, man. They're starving.
These man talking about, yo, we better get this takeover, like, you know, like that. We need this takeover. We need to take over. Money. You needed to take over. Bad, bro.
You need to take
over. And you know what's
yes.
you know what's killing it? Do you know what's making it even better? Yeah, is the misuse of funds. Is now coming back to bite them in their ass like my dog would bite. Like, you know, like now FFP, they can't even pay for the duds that they want. You know, like the Onanas, they can't even. The FFP thing's a mad thing. It's got unless they start letting man go, it's mad. Like
we say De Gea back in goal next season.
No, De Gea's out. That brother out of contract. He's out of contract. You know what I'm saying?
He's out, but McTominay to Celtic, no?
I didn't hear that. Did you hear that?
Say not even that. Man like Hendo back in goal, bro. Man like Hendo.
He's on his way to where? Who was in for him? Forest to say.
I think he man has shot in what's it called? McTominay to Celtic. So I read that somewhere.
Is it? I did not know that. In the chat, let me know, please, in the chat, because this.
Obviously, I'm in Scotland, innit? I'm up here, innit? So
you gonna know. So. Hey, that's great news to me. That's the first time.
I was fuming. I know that's why I remembered it. I was fuming. I was like, nah, damn, like good pieces. It was like 20 mil or something like that. 15.
Hey, that's fantastic. That's fantastic money for him. 20 mil. That is fantastic.
Was it? It was around that. I was fuming.
15,
I was not 10.
Fantastic.
No, it was definitely not lower than 15. I was fuming. I was
yeah. That's fantastic. That's fantastic money for Scott McTominay. Fantastic money. Then you lot continue to get your questions in as well. Speaking of that, Warrior J mentioned it here, and so did Adam as well, which I'll get to. Onana has rejected interest from Saudi Arabia in the hope that he can push for a summer transfer to Manchester United. There is optimism that Onana to United will happen. That's from at Scott Saunder and at Graham Bailey. Not sure how reliable those two are. And Adam goes on to say we verbally upped our offer from 40 million to 45 million tonight. DiMarzio said for Onana. I know DiMarzio is a top outlet in Italy as well. So let's hope that's true, because we do indeed need a goalkeeper, and Onana would be an improvement as well. As to Jesse, who says, you think we get Amrabat over Lavia? If there's a choice between the two, we'll probably go with Amrabat, I'm guessing. But I'm all for that. We need, even before Mount, we needed midfielders. Bro, so now with him, we desperately need midfielders.
You're speculatively in for Lavia as well, so
yeah, it's loose interest. It's loose interest.
It's
loose interest. You know what I'm saying? Because what came out today was several clips.
For the number, bro. And if she blasts you, you're trying to tell me your client wasn't really interested anyways.
Did you ask her for the number? Did you ask?
You asked, bro.
It depends if you asked.
We're both asking.
Who's asking? What sauce? We've not asked for Lavia. I would love you to. I want to ask for Lavia.
What sauce did I see? Let me see the sauce.
Yeah. Go, you pull out that sauce. You know what I'm saying? That Saint sauce.
You man in the chat ain't heard that. Man United are in for Lavia as well, bro. Come on, man.
Interest, yes, but not reliable. Because you know what it said? It said several clubs are looking at.
Bro, you need Lavia.
Of course. Again, that's why I said to Saint. That's why I said to Saint, I hope I'm right and we are in for Lavia. I don't believe we are. I can't believe it at that price.
Say if they don't get Lavia, what we say? Mount next to Casemiro, bro.
Look at this guy, yo. Look at this guy. You see why I try? You see why I'm the way I'm with these, man? Just pointing out people. You know what I'm saying?
That's flawless. The amount of pain you've given us the last couple months.
What can I ask you something?
What did I do? Yeah, go on, say. Yeah, go on, of course.
What football was Ten Hag trying to? What is he trying to implement?
Oh, I've said it. It's heavy metal. It's heavy metal stuff. That's what he's going for. He's going all energy, all forget like ball possession, forget control of games. He's going high energy, cover every ground, cover every blade of grass, cover the ground, high press.
That's a sensible acquisition then.
And I have no, it's not, because you can get better than him. Because he's not even pace and power. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, like pick anybody who's pace and power, who can run around.
He's doggy though. He's doggy though.
McTominay.
I'm saying McTominay, you know what I'm saying? It's awful. But if McTominay gives you a Mount, give you
would not say you would rather McTominay over Mount.
No, they're both bad. They both give you nothing, pretty much on the ball. What does Mount give you on the ball? That all right. So let's forget off the ball attributes. On the ball, what does Mount give you that McTominay don't?
Dead ball specialist.
Yeah. See, you can't even say that with a straight face. This fool. My point is there's better options than Mount. I've been saying this for the longest. I have no issue with the style. My problem is the personnel. You're getting to implement that style. If you're going heavy metal football, closing down, high pressing, high energy, cover every blade of grass, cool. Go get better than Mason Mount, though. My point.
Just think about it, man. I've been hearing names like Johan Mount and shit like that. Then you got Eric Ten Hag as that previous Ajax manager. That whole, I'm just saying, man, it could be a little something flawless. I'm just saying.
Yeah, hilarious. Roma and Brian are both interested in Scott McTominay. You're saying that fucking hilarious. So I was saying, ha. Roma and Brighton are both interested in Scott McTominay, with the latter being a potential replacement for Caicedo should he leave. That's from a Jacobs Ben via the United stand. I could see him with Roma because Mourinho loves him, because he was the one who brought him through.
Brighton are way too savvy to be able to be taking Scott McTominay.
Yeah, they ain't gonna get him.
Caicedo replacement.
Nah, I'm gonna ask you something. Yeah?
Brighton up.
Floor's yours.
What's happening with this Moises Caicedo? Because I heard a couple of rumors about Moises.
What, in regards to Manchester United?
He's Chelsea bound.
He's Chelsea bound, but we get linked to everyone. You should know this. That's why I always ask, why do you think when Saint said what he said, I said, what's the source? Because we get linked to everybody. We've been linked to Caicedo, we've been linked to Lavia.
You would have taken Caicedo over Mount.
I would have taken people I personally know over Mount. That's not really tough. The bar's on the floor. As footballers I know, I would have been like, you know what? The bar's well around him. He is.
He's not that.
But where we're trying, no. Again, people keep saying it. Saint is dying over there. People keep saying this, he's not that bad. But where we're trying to go, he is that bad. Is he that bad overall? No. He's a Premier League standard level footballer.
He's taking the number 7, any though.
Nah, he's not. That's another myth.
Man said I would have taken people like personally.
Right? I could easily go. I just bad guy.
You know that way
who I take, you know what I'm saying? Like to play for Manchester United. He wouldn't cost 60 million. He wouldn't bite into the budget. I'm gonna take a % of his wages. What are we doing?
But I heard he's taking the number 7.
Nah, he's not.
That's legendary for you, man.
It's a legendary.
The 7 for you.
It's actually Garnacho. That's who they're saying is going to take this number 7. That's where it's headed.
But that's not
the 7 for you is like the 8 for us.
Because you didn't hear no source. You know what I'm saying? What's your source, man?
Johnny Minu.
Yeah, exactly. Right then, innit? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Nothing reliable. Joke, man. You know what I'm saying? Big up my guy Eddie in the chat as well. Big up Eddie every
Come on,
time.
Eddie. What are you telling me, Eddie?
Good to see Eddie in the chat. But yeah, they're both bad. Mount, McTominay.
I'll tell you what's saying though. Go on. Our number 7 is kind of brazy. Not gonna lie.
Who's your number 7?
Obviously, it used to be King
Kenny. Kenny and that he's saying the actual 7.
Oh, the actual number 7 shit. Who's your current number 7 now?
Luis Diaz.
Okay, first.
I don't know. We don't have. I don't know. Like maybe it's just me. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. I feel like 8's is bigger for us, but they really feel 7. Like that's their like.
7 is the thing. I'm personally not fussed about. All numbers do to me is it implements. This play is important to the team. That's why I don't want to see him get the 7. Shit.
Do you know what's a big number for us? Say number 9 is a big number for us.
Yeah, of course, 100.
Number 9 is a big number.
That's why. My thing with Darwin was like, 9 is a big thing for us, bro. That is one of the biggest things for us. Our 9 is, we've had some of the, what the hell, man?
The best.
I mean, come on, man. So now Gakpo coming in now, I like that because I do.
Why has Gakpo got the 9? Who's the 9?
He's got 18.
He's got 18, but I think he will eventually I hope he will, anyways, man. Because Darwin is not the guy, bro. He's not the guy for that man, bro. He's not.
He has to earn that shit, man. He has to earn it.
He's not the guy, bro. He's not the guy, bro.
If he gets 30 goals next season, all comes. Then there's a conversation.
If who gets 30 goals, all comes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nunes. If he gets 30 goals, then it's a conversation.
So he ain't getting the 9, then is he? Come on now. You don't think he's getting 30 goals?
But yeah. I don't think he's gonna play a lot next season.
Squad player.
Hopefully.
Bro, we've got Gakpo and we've got Jota.
I said hopefully.
That wasn't even I know how that sounded, but like I didn't even mean that as a bad thing. Like, I think his impact off the bench is brazy as well.
Nah, I think he is a squad player. I said that. The problem is you not having Nunes. You paid big money
bro.
for.
Man like chaos, man like Tasmanian devil and that. Like,
paid big money for him.
Yeah.
No, we haven't. We need to know what the what's it called?
Was it 70 M's or 60 M's? How much
it
was
it? 60 M's, isn't it?
Yeah.
60 M's. That's not, bro.
That's
60 M's for Mount.
Yes, and he's trash. What are we talking about, fam?
Yeah, it's 65 up front with like clauses.
See?
If he's successful,
I don't know the clauses are gonna get hit. I don't want to know what the clauses
I'm saying
are.
65
M's.
65 M's for a squad player is not good business.
It depends how good that squad player is.
Fuck God, any squad player. No squad player is that good. You know why? If they were, they wouldn't be a squad player. Apart from number 2s. Number 2 goalkeepers are the only ones. If you're that good,
I disagree. I disagree.
Give me a world-class squad player then. That's why we call it. You know what it is.
Wait. Do you know how? Wait, how did Pep play his? However he played his midfield, someone was out, and that person was a Lengman. What?
Yeah, but we did. We
De
don't
Bruyne,
classify. It's a great point.
Bernardo Silva,
we don't call any of them
Phil Silva. This is what I'm talking about.
We don't call any of them squad players though. The
but
only
this
one
is
you
what
call
I'm
a squad player
saying.
is Calvin Phillips.
This is what I'm saying. Is that's your definition of a squad player? I wouldn't necessarily. As soon as he wasn't playing, you said squad player. You didn't say. Do you know what I'm saying? And that was you. Just okay. You're being a dickhead. Cool. But I'm just saying. Like I'm just saying. Like generally speaking.
How about being a dickhead? I'm being genuinely serious. That's Nunes.
But that's I don't feel because like City in that midfield have in our attacking we've got Gakpo, Luis Diaz, we've got Salah. Like it's so you're not a squad player. No, you're just in rotation. And in the Premier League today, you have to have a. That's what I'm telling. That's what I'm saying. We've gone way past the days where it's just an 11. It's gone
way past that. No, the point
way past that where you just need an 11. You need man that can come in and do the thing.
Here's the huge difference, though. We're talking about quality, though. All of them Manchester City midfielders are of quality to start week in, week out. We all agree here, and the vast majority of the chat will agree. Darwin Nunes is not. That's why I call him squad player, because that's his level. Off the bench.
Now, I think, do you know what it is? But
because if Nunes was starting week in, week out for you, you even said it just then.
No, 100%. But the thing is, like, there's a nuance. What Darwin Nunes can bring us, no one can bring us. No one. Do you get it? Like, and I want that. I just don't want that as the fucking star.
That's my point. He's a good bench player.
But he's a good bench player. That, you know what I'm saying? Because, bro, you can't. Bro, he rattled again, space and all of that. Like he's fucking quick, and do you know what I mean? There's a lot of things that he brings that I'm like, no, you know what? I like this. With a bit of time, he'll grow into it. I don't want you starting for me, but I want you.
I'm gonna add something.
I'm making Rams. That's the exactly you're making. My point is in terms of yes, he's good, and I agree with you. I like all jokes aside, I agree with you. I think off the bench, he's a good option to have for you, definitely. Yeah, man. Whether you're chasing a game or a game's drawing,
in this day and age, flawless. In this day and age,
yeah.
Come on, brother. 65 mil to have a good option is too much. How?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, because he's just pacing power. That's why.
I'd say Man City.
Let's not act like we don't know why Nunes is effective. We fully know why Nunes is effective. I'm gonna
ask you this. I'm asking you this, right?
You would bite my fucking fingers off for some pace and power.
Absolutely. That's the profile I'm with. Absolutely. I'm with you. I'm not saying you're not. But here's the huge difference, though. He is pace and power solely. You know what I'm saying? And that bring me pace and power with tech as
Now,
well.
but Flawless, I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this though.
That's what it is. Don't get me
You
wrong.
know-
Nunez off the bench works for you. That's a great option off
Would
the
you
bench.
say?
but I
Would you
think
say
for a bench
Nathan
player,
Ake is
60 M's too
a
much.
bench player?
But if he had tech,
If he had tech, different conversation.
he would fucking start.
Yeah. He would. That's the point I'm making. That's the point I'm making, yo.
Now, but do you know what's a big thing for him this season, though?
Yeah,
a big
go on,
thing is that he got Szoboszlai, and Szoboszlai will create chances for him. I guarantee you, you ain't got no excuses no more.
Yeah,
do you know what I said?
Go
Do you know what I said earlier on? I don't know if you caught it when you was out. I said, bro, Szoboszlai, bro, we bought a space maker. The amount of space that will now be available for little, do you know what I mean? Intricate, do you know what I'm saying? These men are gonna have food to eat
because they've got a person.
They got to.
Yeah.
He's a space maker, bro. Like, there's gonna be a lot of. That's what I said to Ram. I said all he needs to do is bang two. That's it, man.
It's not even in pre-season, bro. Just do it in pre-season, then
bro. They're like, long. That as soon as they're running, do you get me? Forgetting positions and there's bare space, and these men can now actually start patterns of play instead of just getting the ball, dinking at 60 yards, like like that, like.
Nah, because I get it. Well, that's the point that I'm making. Is don't get me wrong, Nunez can be effective. Like I'm not trolling with that, but he is like we said, his best position is bench player. You're a squad option. That's
and I don't agree. I don't disagree. I just don't. Yeah. I just don't think that in this day and age,
you think 60 M's is cool. All right, Fez.
It's not cool, but I don't think it's cool. But I don't think it's so much. Like when
for me, that's what City do now.
That's what it, unfortunately it. But remember when I told you when I had to buy fucking Air Force Ones and they were 150.
Bro, 60.
It's just the fucking. That's the fucking. So 60. now I've done that. If I then now go and buy some Jordans that I'd be like, oh well, it is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear it to an extent. I'm just saying you could have went off.
Havertz was how much?
Yeah, he's way too.
Do you see what I'm saying?
40. Wait. Let's put that into perspective. 30 million for Havertz is too much. Havertz isn't worth 30.
But no, but in this market,
right now is how much?
Because of Arsenal's stupid self. Because he's not that in this market without them. No one else is back kicking down the door for them.
And he's everything that Nunez isn't. He's techie, saucy, no pace, no power.
He's not even techie, fam.
He's still like
he's not techie, fam. And Arsenal just had a brain fart. That's just a very, very bad
space
decision.
Invader. That's what
it's a very, very bad decision. And this is the point I'm making. You could go and find someone of Havertz's level for much less than that. Same way I think you could go find a Nunez-esque player that brings you what he brings you for less money than. And I put my club in that. Mason Mount for 60. I think for half that we could have got someone who does what he does plus more. They're talking about Amrabat. Here's the thing. That's a prime example. Amrabat, who we've been linked to, is half the price. I think he's less than half. He gives you everything.
How does that work though, Flawless? How does it work?
What do you mean, how does it work?
How can you get Amrabat when he's more or less similar profile to Casemiro?
Because you can play 2 6s. You can play 2 6s in a 10.
Whether then Bruno Fernandes going to be in a 10.
Well, that's where Bruno plays anyway.
Well, then Mason Mount's going to be in the 10.
No. It'll be with them two. It'll be Casemiro. It'll be 6 and 2 8s.
Yeah, but if you're going to get Amrabat, then you said you're going to play 2 6s. Someone's got to play that 10.
Yeah, it'll be Bruno or Mount. You know what I'm saying? That's better than
Lord of mercy.
You know what I'm saying?
Lord of
mercy. Bruno or Mount. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, that's what it has to be. If we
Mount in a 10 in the Champions League. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it sucks. But so be it. We ain't
with the number 7 as well.
All over him. You know what I'm saying? We have to kick the ball over him. You know what I'm saying? And that.
Bro, it's with the number 7 in front of the lights.
Hey, you lot picked up you lot played Henderson and there and won a champ. So you know what? I'll take my chances with this team. Big up to Lewis as well. You know what I'm saying? Man laughing like you don't have Jordan Henderson still in your midfield. But yeah, okay, big up Lewis.
Not anymore, bro.
No.
Where's he going? Is he not still currently employed by Liverpool Football Club? Exactly.
Thing,
Exactly. He's still employed. You know what I'm saying? You might counting the chickens before they hatch. Big up to my guy Lewis every single time. Says big up, man. Them anyone read the Mount goodbye. Matisse played it when we was on Battle of the North, and the craziest thing I got from it is that he said I didn't want to do a written statement, and then it sounded like he was reading from a written statement. So here's what it is. Yeah, that's what it looked like. That's the first thing I said. But big up to Lewis. Continue to get your questions in as well, people. Let's bump up the likes also. Let's bump up the likes because there's over 85 of you lot in the building, only 38 likes. Like check 1212.
Come on,
Let's get up to
people,
50
man.
likes, people, because you're clearly enjoying the content. Get us up to 7,130. We're looking for 4 more subscribers. There's over 85 of you lot in the building. I'm only asking for 4 subscribers as well. Yeah, Lewis, I saw the same thing you did in that. And just to say, Ram, I thought you rate Bruno. Look at this guy. Did you rate Bruno?
The thing is, right?
Yeah,
You
we
see
go.
the
Let's
number
go.
10.
Yeah, get the lights ready, innit? Yeah, the lights ready. This gonna be good. Go on.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, big man. You know what I'm saying?
If you play Bruno in the number 8, yeah, where he gets to do a lot of the pressing and the running and the shit like that, I hear it. But when you're playing in the number 10, where it's just gonna be him back to goal, gonna have to do the little jinky runs, that little in and out kind of pirouettes and all that kind of things, I don't see it. There's a different story to that. But from the sound of things, he's gonna be playing as a number 10 that has to do the jinky runs and all that kind of
No,
shit.
he's gonna be playing as an 8, fam. It'll be an 8.
If then it could work. If you get him doing them shuttle runs, then
No, it
obviously it
won't
will work.
It won't work. What I'm saying, it just won't
What?
work. It's a terrible
You
idea.
need someone to do shuttle runs, flawless, man.
No, I'm just saying it's a terrible idea. What's that going to lead us to? And you mentioned Amrabat being similar profile to Casemiro. Bruno and Mount are the same player.
Yeah, that's not my fault.
No, you pointed it out and was like, yo, how's that going to work? But Bruno and Mount are the same player is the point that I'm making. But yeah, back to the original point I was actually making was in regards to that. And as Amrabat gives you everything, Mount gives you off the ball for less than half the price, because he's been quoted at 30 million euros, which I think is what, like 22 million pounds. So it's less than half. It's just a bad deal. It's shocking. And to Adam MUFC, who says no matter what Mount did, he would have got a lot of hate. Let's be real. I don't see him getting hate, but then again, I've not been on socials to watch. I don't hate him for what he said. I don't pay him no mind. I wouldn't have watched it if I wasn't on the stream, because Matisse played it is the only reason why I watched it. Otherwise, I don't pay attention to what players and my manager says. You lot tell me. You know what I'm saying in that. You lot tell me. And to Adam, he goes on, yeah, but Ten Hag wants to play 2 8s, not a 6. Yeah, probably not.
You're saying on the Havertz thing, yeah, you gotta speak to Cam because he's mourning, bro. He's mourning.
Of course he is, because he's a real one. That's why he's mourning. He knows it's a terrible idea. He ain't tried to sugar. When we do the shows, he ain't tried to sugar.
Well, I don't understand. It says shed, bro. But certain men are shameless out here trying to do up like, oh yeah, he's the best thing since sliced bread. Crazy.
I'm gonna ask for this, yeah. Would you ever get Johnny Minerals back?
Getting back, what do you mean?
As in, like, getting back onto your show and do like a show with him.
He wasn't on mine. He was on Lewis's channel. Agenda FC is the idea that, who was it? I think it was me. Like, it's mine and Lewis's show, but it was on Lewis's channel, so it was on Lewis.
Oh shit!
Like he'll run like whatever guests and stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, cool. But we actually, people have been asking about that, Lewis. We just haven't found time in the schedule to actually bring it back. There is a show I do want to bring back. Is Agenda FC.
He's not gonna jump on Lewis's stream anytime soon.
And just to this, to AJ who says, feel people are being either overly critical or overly excited about Mount. He's just going to do what he's told better than Scott and Fred. So then if that's the case, if you feel, AJ, that he's gonna do what he's told and he's better than Scott McTominay and Fred, which the bar's on the floor for those two, that means he's not going to do very well. So this is why people are being critical. It's a terrible sign, and I don't know why people are trying to sugarcoat it like there's something good to it. There's nothing good to this signing to me. Nothing.
No,
but I think it's
that's why. Who do you think will be a bigger success? Havertz at Arsenal or Mount at United?
Mount at United, but that's not saying much because the bar's on the floor.
I would argue Havertz at Arsenal.
Havertz, what, in the 8, yeah?
No, because of what Arsenal. Because
where's he playing?
Rice.
Where's he playing?
I reckon they might move him back to midfield. One is centre forward.
So Rice, Havertz, and Odegaard in the midfield 3 is horrible. We was having this
No.
That's a horrible midfield.
From what I'm saying because other players are going to be carrying him. So
I don't think Rice and Odegaard are good enough to be carrying him. You can't be carried in midfield.
Yeah, you can.
All right, name a midfield that's been successful and someone's been carried.
You can't, man. Not in midfield.
You can't be carried in midfield.
The days
In
of
the
them,
centre of the
them
pitch.
Ozil days have gone, bro. Long
I
gone.
was about when I hear carry, I instantly think of Steven Gerrard, but man has Xabi Alonso next to him, so I can't say.
Yeah,
carry.
like, come on, bro.
That's the only good thing about, or only good player that Gerrard played with. Nah, it's hard.
But look how far you're having to go. Look how far you're having to go.
Happened. People ain't
Like,
realizing this. Forget them individually, because I rate Rice as an individual. I rate
What if they're
Odegaard
doing
as an individual. But
What
I'm
if they're
saying
copying
Rice
Pep?
and doing what exactly?
The double pivot, the box, the double pivot, and then 2 10s. With
Explain further. So who will be doing what? Go on, explain.
So it'll be a double. So it'll be a 3. It will be a 3-back with Ben White, Gabriel, and Saliba, and then a double pivot of Partey and Declan Rice. Remains to be seen if Partey stays.
Okay.
And then a 2 10s with Odegaard and Havertz, and then you've got Martinelli, Saka, and Jesus up front.
I swear that's how many players is that? Did you name all that? So you said the 3 at the back.
3 at the back, 2 pivot, and then 2 up front. Then 2
so you got
wingers.
2 6s, 2 10s.
Yeah.
2 6. So basically 2 6. So you're playing a back.
Basically Pep's system.
Yeah, that's all right. Try be Pep in it. Because Pep has exceptional players. Go do that nonsense, man. I hope they do. As a Manchester United fan, I hope they do. See the mental gymnastics we're doing.
That's what we're
talking
doing.
about. Here's what we have to do. All these mental gymnastics that fit Kai Havertz into the team. Go do that, please.
That's what we're doing, isn't it?
Who's we? Who's we?
Liverpool.
What are you doing? Who you lot squeeze? Where's your Kai Havertz you're squeezing into your team?
We got McAllister in it. So
yeah, like what we talking about here. See all this. I asked a simple question in that in regards to where does Havertz play for Arsenal that he's successful. Havertz does, and bear in mind, I don't think Mount does well. But one thing I do think about Mount, I actually know his best. What's Kai Havertz's best position, man?
Fucking knows, man.
The bench.
Right then.
No, but I say he's successful because of the players around him.
Okay, in what position?
Saka, Martinelli, Saliba. I think Declan.
No. What position does he play? Is I'm asking.
As a 10, bro.
Oh, so you're saying change the system to suit him, so you're playing 2 6s and 2 10s.
That's what I think Arteta's doing, man.
And do you think it will be successful?
I think other people are going to carry him. Yes.
Do you think it will be successful?
I don't think Arsenal are going to win anything.
Okay.
But he'll be a better signing than Mount.
So
that's what I'm saying.
So all right. So all right, the bar's on the floor. Will he be a good signing for Arsenal?
That's no.
Right then, so what we arguing about?
That's
then? You know what I'm saying? The bar's on the floor.
Who is going to be more successful?
But my point is the bar's on the floor. But the bar's on the floor is the point I'm making.
You didn't mention that. So
of course, it's self. Do I have to mention that they're both terrible signings? Do we need to have that conversation? Yeah, that both Mount and Havertz are terrible signings for Manchester United.
I just need you to say it one more time about Mount, bro.
You know what I'm saying? They're both terrible signings. You know this guy. You know what I'm saying? Comedian.
Maybe one more.
Comedian, this guy. What we talking about? It's absolutely horrible. I'm tired of it. People trying to make something like, oh, it is all right. To AJ,
so now you know how we felt when Liverpool were playing last season. There we go.
How was that my fault?
No, I'm not telling you it's your fault. I'm just telling you how we felt back then.
Well, you lot deserve that, you Liverpool fans. And to AJ who says,
and
don't think it's a terrible signing.
You deserve this.
Nothing. I'm a nice guy. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't think it's a terrible signing.
Does Flawless deserve this?
Yeah, of course, all day, bro. Nah, come on, man. Of course, bro. What do you mean, bro? You don't know you deserve it, bro. Like...
And just to get to this from AJ who says, don't think it's a terrible signing. It's just the average one personally. Average is terrible. It's the same difference. If a signing's not good or better, it's the same difference. Here, the mental gymnastics we are hearing to defend Kai Havertz to Arsenal and Mason Mount to Manchester United, just because they are not that good. So rather than people say they're not good, average is not good. If we sign a whole load of average players,
but it's not terrible.
Guess what? It's not terrible, but it's the same. It's the same output. It's the same output.
Yeah, 100.
It's the same output. We're not going. Manchester United's aim is to go and compete at the highest level. You're not moving forward. So it's either average signing, terrible signing. You're going to get average and terrible results. So if we have an average season next season, is it a good season? No. Whatever you class as average. So we signing. We're signing players who are average, and then we'll be surprised when we get average results. Yeah, what we doing is like having terrible ingredients and then be like, yo, why is the dish so bad? because you got terrible ingredients. Well, yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying. Big up to HKM Music for the super chat. Says what midfield is better? Odegaard, Havertz, Rice, or Bruno, Mount, Casemiro. Both don't look good, and I would prefer Enzo, Caicedo, and Kunku. We was having this discussion again, HK, on a Battle of the North in regards to it, and I said collectively, Odegaard, Havertz, Rice midfield is horrific. It's horrible. Havertz as an 8 is horrific. He offers you nothing offensively. He offers you nothing defensively, and that's awful too. They're both bad, but I'm not going to sit here and defend one because I'm a United fan. They're both awful.
Which is better? Szoboszlai,
I take ours over
McAllister, and probably or Fabinho.
Say that again. What was that? Say that midfield again.
Let's add Liverpool's midfield into that with Fabinho, McAllister, and Szoboszlai.
Give me Enzo, Caicedo, and Kunku.
Yeah.
Then yours, then ours, then Arsenal's. But if someone said Arsenal's above ours, I wouldn't argue you down because they're both horrible. They're terrible midfields. I'm not saying individually, people. I'm talking collectively because I rate Odegaard highly. I also rate Rice. I think he's a good signing.
I tell you what, though.
As a collective, it's horrible.
I tell you what, though. Burnley's gonna love playing against Chelsea.
Yo, Saint, big up every single time.
Come on, man. Love each and every time. Love everyone that's been in.
I'll continue to piss this guy off, man.
Yeah, please. I'm gonna lock him. Please, everyone that's like, this is what it looks like for me to be happy and get me. Man's moving in the right direction. Let's keep on going. You see me? Hit that like button, please. Bear man and bear people. So hit that like button to get it. Love for having me. Get me.
Anytime, fam. You already know.
God no.
Yeah,
come
man,
on.
Love every time.
Love Ram, man. Each and every stay on this guy. Get me. Right, cool.
I will. I'm just saying. But a team like, I was gonna say Burnley, but they don't play that football anymore. Someone like a Palace will love playing against Chelsea, man. All I see is 5'7", 5'8", and 5'9" right there.
Nah, they ain't getting bullied back with Caicedo. You're not getting bullied in that midfield with him. No chance.
Nah, you don't need to get bullied. You just play long ball football, innit? Just play it in the air and just play it over them, innit?
Yeah, but then you're running into their defense, which actually is the strong part of their team, to be honest. Their weak part is front three. Of course it is. Silva, Badashile. It's a good centre-back partnership. It's better than yours.
In the back two.
In the back four, yes. It's better than yours, yes.
Nah, if it was Silva in the back five, I would 100% hear it. But back four, no.
Even in the back four, when he played in the back four this season just gone, and even though it was terrible, he still stood out.
Flawless, man. He's about 40 years old, man.
Yeah, and he's quality, though.
He's quality, but I don't think you can do the back four thing no more.
Okay. Well,
I'm talking about Crystal Palace team that will probably have like 25% of the possession. Yeah. And they'll play like a high line.
Thiago Silva will be fine. Trust me. I want to be
high line.
I'd love to see him
flawless
in the mud.
In the high line.
Yes, even in the high line, yes. Because you got Badashile and you got Reece James or Gusto next to him, who are both pacey. Yes, even in the high line.
I don't know.
Well, all of a sudden is Thiago Silva can't play in the high line.
Yeah, because he's slow.
I don't think he's definitely not slow. Thiago Silva's not slow. He's not slow. He's not
compared to the average forward, he is slow.
It's not slow. How come he didn't get ran past then when he played in the back four this season just gone?
Because they only concede one goal and then don't end up scoring another one. That's why.
But we would see him get exposed more. I think this is just more hope, but we'll see.
There's no hope, man.
There's hope, man.
I just don't see it, man.
But yeah, HKM, big up for the super chat, much appreciated. And just to add, yes, I agree with you. I would prefer the Enzo, Caicedo, and Kunku. And with the midfields, those two ours. But if someone said Arsenal's, I wouldn't argue you down because they're both horrible. They're both horrible. And mostly they're both horrible because of the two new recruits. The two recruits are the worst players in those sides. That tells you all you need to know. The two new recruits to those midfields are the worst midfielders in there. Someone tell me I'm lying. I know someone gonna pop up and say, "Nah, Havertz is better than Rice." Or someone gonna pop up
Rice
and say,
is
better than Casemiro.
But you ain't a fan of Declan Rice, are you? Though?
No, I think Declan Rice is good. I think he's overrated, but I think he's good. I think he's a good player. I've said this. I think he's a good signing. Like people talk about him like he's great, top class, world class. I don't think he's that level. I think he's good.
I don't think he's world class. I don't think any. I
don't think he's top class. I don't think he's great. I don't think he's a needle mover.
I think he can be top class.
See, that's where we disagree. When I say overrated.
It's a conversation.
That's where we disagree. When I say he's overrated, I don't put him in that, bro. I think he can be very good at best. I could be wrong. But I don't see no. I've never watched Declan Rice and been like, whoo, what a midfielder. I think he's good though. Physically, you know what I'm saying, fits all the attributes you need. Technically, he's sound as well.
Yeah.
But he don't excel at enough where I go, yeah, get him to that. He's gonna be the guy. But I think obviously he improves Arsenal. I think he improves Arsenal, yes. And I think it's a good signing for Arsenal. But that's it. And Eddie, I know you asked me as well. And let me just get to this. Football is the game, says Flawless. You got blood on your hands if Mount scores his debut goal. Why would I have blood on my hands if he scores? He's going to score. Don't change anything. Same way Bruno scores. And we win sweet FA and do nothing against top sides. Same difference. Same way Ronaldo scored 24 goals. And we had our worst ever Premier League season. I think it was 24 goals in total. I think he was the third highest goal scorer in the Premier League. I think it was 18 he got in the Premier League. And then he got his ass shipped off to Saudi Arabia. But there we go. Same way with De Gea. People are almost clean sheets. Now man's out of contract. So why is this great goalkeeper unemployed and out of contract? Again, the market values you. The market tells you all you need to know, people. Tells you all you need to know. Oh, shit, is that you? Yeah, Ram, let them know where they can find you, man. You know what I'm saying? Drop it in the chat. I didn't know you was back. Are you back streaming and that? What are you doing?
Yeah, man. Today I sort of revived the channel, man. So many
how ironic. Was it anything to do with Szoboszlai, yeah? Fucking comedian, yo. This guy.
No. But all seriousness, though. Better people have been on my back telling me to stream again. Like,
you do.
Like
100%.
People like Monts, G, yes. JJ. They've been like, you got a channel. You're pretty well known.
Facts.
Just start streaming. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? And I was like,
what are you doing with your life? Fucking Liverpool fan, you know what I'm saying? Right. I've literally just added it to the title as well. I'll do that from now on. Cool. You know what I'm saying? I've just added it to the title, people. So go subscribe to Ram's channel. The Ram stand links in the title. Open up a whole new tab, and the link opens up a whole new tab, and then you can go find his channel that way as well. And Ram not modded. Okay, let me mod him now. Hold up. Let's see. Where did you even drop it? I'll mod you now. Actually, drop another comment and I'll mod you. And Eddie, I'll get to your question as well, because you did ask an interesting question. HKN again, big up for the super chat. Much appreciated. But Eddie, you mentioned something along the lines of, I'm paraphrasing actually, Eddie. So can you write the question again? I don't want to get your question wrong and not answer it. Let me see.
I can't believe people are double flipping used Sam's head as his DP.
Say that again.
And let's see for the doubles display picture, flipping Hassam's bald head.
Man, Hassam can hold the joke, man. You know what I'm saying? He was so confident about it. So confident about it. Hey, over 95 of you lot in the building, only at 52 likes. Let's bump up the likes, people. Get us up to 70 likes. Like check 1212. Let's hit that like button. Subscribe as well.
I was close to I wasn't close because I wasn't going to do it. But you, man, were trying to force the Kefren Turan thing on my head. I was like, nah.
How was I trying to force it? You lot were linked with him. What did I try and force exactly?
No, because I said I was confident and I wanted us to sign him as a Liverpool fan. But you, man, James and Saint, almost made me do the bet to get rid of the locks. Thank God I didn't.
Oh, see, because I said put your hair on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you was confident about it.
Yeah.
That's why I say it. Like when someone's super confident, I'm like, do the Hassam.
What is it gonna be? Do the Hassam now?
That's the new thing I just came up with just now. Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, do the Hassam, put your hair on it. I bet Hassam won't do that stupid shit again. Comedian. You know what I'm saying? And to Flawless, what happens if it works better than you expect? Just asking if he works, what does that look like to you?
That is happy, man.
Again, yeah, one, I'm happy. Two, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm unsure. I don't know. I really don't know what happens if it works better than you expect. Well, my bar's on the floor. So if it works above average, I'll be surprised. But then what does that lead us to? Domestic cups, that's what we are. A domestic cup team. Champions League, could we do something with a favorable draw? Yes. That's it. That is 100%. Legit it. So yeah. Yeah, but I would be shocked. He says, what does Mount at his best for United look like to you? All the off the ball stuff. and him actually offering stuff on the ball. So in terms of GNA and also on the eye test as well. So both stat test and eye test, which I don't think he will. I don't think he will get to. And let me see as well. Football is the game, and this is the silly thing that people always do. Mount is an upgrade on Fred and Eriksson and McTominay, so how are we not moving forward? Because getting a minor upgrade is not a good thing. You're supposed to get major upgrades. So let's say, for argument's sake, Mount is an upgrade on Fred, Eriksson, McTominay. More so Eriksson because he's the one who starts. Is he a major upgrade on Eriksson? Is he a major upgrade on Eriksson? No. We're not going to sit here and say he's twice the player of Eriksson. That's a lie. If you say Mount's better than Eriksson, cool. Not even going to argue you down. But he's not a major improvement. What I'm looking for is major improvements. Don't get me a player who's twice the player. Like on paper, Onana's twice the goalkeeper De Gea is. Whatever striker we signed is going to be twice the player Martial is. Because one, Martial's not good enough, two, he can't stay fit. I'm looking for major improvements. I'm not looking for minor improvements. I'm not looking for us to go forward just one step. I'm looking to go up multiple staircases. I'm not looking at one step up, multiple staircases. I'm looking to go from the bottom of the place to the top. Now, this is not what we're doing. And to Gid, who just came here, says, and just back to this, who says, wait, man, just joined just to chat rubbish. So we'll get to this. Wait, did Flawless actually say Souček is better than Havertz, low howler? As a midfielder, yes. What does Havertz give you? Again, don't take out the context. Yes, as an 8. Souček is clear of Havertz. What are we talking about?
Remember Souček had a little... Souček became David Moyes' new Fellaini back in the day.
You know what I'm saying? Man, clear. 110%. Clear.
If it was a 10, then it's probably a different story.
Yeah, I never said 10. And just to clarify before people want to misinterpret me and like misquote me, I never said, because someone tried that in a super chat because people don't like to listen. I never said Souček is great. I don't rate Souček highly. What I said was Declan Rice has moved from Arsenal to move from West Ham to Arsenal, and he has a worse midfield partner, if it is indeed Havertz. Because I know I can tell you what Souček gives you. What does Havertz give you in the midfield? Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me.
Apparently he's the German Dennis Bergkamp, bro. That actually hurt my ears. That actually kind of hurt my ears.
Like I said, Souček's a better midfielder than Havertz. At least he gives me physicality in there.
I can't believe someone actually said those. It's actually blasphemy, bro. Just think about it. What, Havertz, the German Dennis Bergkamp?
Who said? Oh yeah, I've heard that before. That's nonsense.
That's actually blasphemy. Especially to any Arsenal fan. That's like a disrespect on Dennis Bergkamp's name. And I think Dennis Bergkamp is probably the only player, maybe even Thierry Henry, that I say every football fan has so much respect for. Even United fans, and they hate his ass, have so much respect for Dennis Bergkamp.
Yeah. Bergkamp's one of the best strikers I've ever watched. And to Ravante, just to get to this, who says Havertz in the midfield is an unknown. No, it's not, because he played there for Chelsea. But people like to admit this fact. Talk to Chelsea fans. He played there for Chelsea. And was shocking. So when I say Souček is better, that's all I can go off.
They're gonna go buy Leverkusen Havertz. And I'm gonna ask you these questions to people who say buy Leverkusen Havertz. The times he played as a midfielder, 1, who was his partner? 2, what was the formation? And 3, what was the result? Because I guarantee you the results were not looking good, bro. It weren't looking good. Because I guarantee you that he probably lost/drew more. He dropped more points than he won points for his team. There's probably more draws and losses than there are wins. That says a lot.
And to Football is the Game says major improvements mean spend 100 million plus, but I hear you. That's not correct. Somebody, LFC for the double, said it. We bought Casemiro, who was a major upgrade on McTominay. Casemiro was what, 50, 60 million? So no, you don't need to spend 100 million for major improvements. No, that's a myth. That's a myth. And like I said, it always comes down to the same scenario with Mount. Or let's wait and see. But if we sign Kylian Mbappe tonight, there wouldn't be no let's wait and see if Kylian Mbappe improved us. It would be, right, we signed Kylian Mbappe, he's going to do this, that, and the third. He improves us this, and that. But because this player's not that good, now it's wait and see. This ain't a film.
The only way you have to compare your transfers, compare it to other teams. And I know Flawless ain't going to like it, but compare how Liverpool fans were when we signed McAllister. McAllister, we know what he does, and we know he's going to be a valuable asset. When we sign Szoboszlai, we know what he does, and we know he's going to be an incredible asset for us, something we haven't had in a very long time. Those are major improvements. And arguably, Alexis McAllister is probably the most undervalued player that we paid for. 35 M's for a World Cup winner in this market.
Facts. And to Liverpool to our die says Souček ain't better than Havertz though. Big drag watching him cook. They could have got Tchouaméni too. Okay, so if everyone who's saying Souček is not better than Havertz as an 8, so in midfield as an 8, what does Havertz give you in midfield as an 8 that Souček doesn't? Somebody tell me. What is Havertz good at? Somebody tell me. Because all I'm hearing is just a whole load of backlash, but I'm hearing no reasoning. He's not a ball carrier. He's not physical. He don't have no defensive awareness. He don't have no offensive awareness.
Just think about the 8 of the last 5 years that we can think. Flores, just give me a couple of names off the top of your head. Number 8s from the last 5 years of the Premier League.
Top ones: Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne. We can use those two.
Gini Wijnaldum.
Gundogan. Technical security. We gotta kill this dead. What is technical security? What does this mean? Somebody because people keep throwing this out. What is
do you know what? I say technical security. I can run that with McAllister. I want to know Liverpool till I die. I want to know his definition. What is technical security? When I hear technical security, I'm thinking of like he. No one say comfortable on the ball. He takes care of the ball. Like he's a ball mover. Doesn't want to waste the ball away. Tries to make decent passes.
Liverpool till I die. I asked you first. You answer my question. People always like to do this because people just throw out this phrase technical security and then can't back it up. Answer my question, please. I asked you first. So what is technical security? Explain. Because technical could mean aerial ability. We know who's better in the air, but people don't want to class that as a technical attribute. Heading the football is a technical attribute for both from a defensive standpoint and an offensive standpoint. So technically, Souček washes him there. How well you keep and retain possession. When's Havertz been great at retaining possession and keeping possession? When did this happen?
I remember Liverpool till I die. You got to ask yourself, you got to compare it to the other teams in the Premier League. Like I think you must be a Liverpool fan. Compare it to McAllister. Is he better at retaining and keeping possession than is Havertz better than McAllister? Is he better than Thiago?
No.
Is he better than
No.
Is he better than Bernardo Silva, Gundogan?
But I'll give you this. You can say, all right, keeping and retaining possession. And I say Souček is better aerially, which is a technical attribute. So we're 1-on-1. You might have got ball control. Cool. I've got aerial ability.
Tackling.
So we're 1-on-1.
Tackling is an art.
Tackling is technical. Exactly. So thank you. Yeah, we're talking about Liverpool I die. Yeah, I'm talking about Souček versus Havertz. So technically he washes him. What are we talking about here? From a technical aspect, because tackling is a technical aspect that Souček is better at. Aerial ability is a technical aspect that Souček is better at.
I think when you think of technical ability, I think you're thinking of...
Because people only think of ball control, so all I've got is ball control. Give me the rest, people. Because I've named 2 technical attributes Souček has over him. I can do this all day.
Ball control, close control, dribbling, passing. That's what they see of technical ability.
And his dribbling is non-existent. He don't dribble and his passing isn't great either. Both average passes. I can do this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even a West Ham fan. I didn't say Souček technical ability washes Havertz. No, I said 2 things he has over him from a technical aspect. I gave you ball control. You said ball control. I said, cool. I gave you tackling and aerial ability, which are 2 technical aspects. Souček is better than Havertz at. So give me the rest. All we've got is ball control because you said technical ability. So let's break down technical attributes. I can do this all day. Big up to my guy Monts as well because people only want to put technical attributes with on the ball. Like technical attributes isn't also off the ball. Like I said, heading is a technical attribute. That Souček washes him up.
We're not talking about
tackling washes him up.
If we're talking about technical security as a forward, then it's a different story. But
we're talking solely as an 8. Yeah, we're talking solely as an 8. I'm saying, Flawless, can you name more technical aspects for Monts than Kai? Yes, and I've watched Monts play.
Finesse.
You know what I'm saying, what we talking about? He don't have no finesse. He's just 6'3" with a left foot.
Living off that one goal he scored against Newcastle.
Again, I'm still waiting, people. Technically, I've gave you ball control. Cool. What else from a technical aspect?
I think Souček is a bit of an over. Would you say Paqueta is a better technical footballer than Havertz? I think that's a better comparison because they're quite similar. I think he is. I really like Paqueta.
I think I don't weight Paqueta like that, but it is. Oh, now it is the 8 role at West Ham and the 8 role at Arsenal require different. Now it's different. No, you didn't jump in saying that. You know what I'm saying? And that we're not talking about the difference. I just said who's more technical. That was it. You said technical ability.
We had a conversation. We had a conversation in Spaces about Paul Pogba, and they were saying Pogba is one of the most complete players in the history of football. And when I heard it, I was like, you haven't watched Paul Pogba for Juventus or for France. Because I guarantee you, he is not even, I can name possibly 5 people from the 21st century that are better, even 10 more complete players than Paul Pogba. I think Paul Pogba is a fantastic talent, but complete is the wrong word to use for him.
Yeah, first.
That's the conversation. But that's not doubting Paul Pogba's ability or saying that he's not good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just saying that certain type of players that you need, he just doesn't fulfill it.
Yeah, like people just want to do this. Havertz is more technical. Watch both play. Havertz has more in his locker. See, now name the technical attributes that he's better than in midfield. Name them. Don't just give me technical security and you said more technical. Name the technical attributes. Name them all. This is what I'm saying, because people only associate technical ability with ball control. There's much more to it than that. Like Ram said, and I'm glad he mentioned it, tackling is technical. That's a technical attribute. Heading the ball is a technical attribute. If we're talking control, chest control, correct me if I'm wrong, is that not a technical attribute? So we can say, he has better control with the ball at his feet. Cool. Souček's better with the ball on his chest. What are we doing? And do this, people.
I'm still baffled about the German Dennis Bergkamp. That's still right.
Yeah, people, it is.
It's really bugging
he's
my
a
head.
better 8. All this because I said on Battle of the North that that Rice has moved from West Ham to Arsenal and he's playing with a worse 8. Havertz is a horrible 8, and we know he is. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know that LFC for the double. I'm not even getting into that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even getting into that. Goal scorer is not a technical attribute. That's just goal scoring.
Finishing is, but it's not necessary for a number 8.
Exactly. It's not necessary for a number 8.
Unless you're Frank Lampard.
He's not a dribbler either. You know what I'm saying? He's not a better dribbler either. First touch I'll give you, but that ties into ball control. See how we're going around in circles.
But then if he is a better dribbler, I think he's a better dribbler than Thomas Souček, but then he's not a progressive. When I think of dribbling as a number 8, he's not like Gini Wijnaldum.
Yeah, so I'll even, you know what? I'll even give, you know what, Ram? You correct. I'll even give him dribbling. So I've given him dribbling. I've given him first touch, which classes into ball control. I've got aerial ability. I've got tackling. So we're 2 apiece. Number 8 is not, no one has signed a number 8 and said, I hope his finishing is quality. So number 8 don't count. We're talking
unless you're Frank Lampard.
As midfield. He didn't play as 8. He played as a 10. He's a second striker.
Well, he played as an 8, depending on the system. If he's playing with I kill it dead. Another 8 next to him. But think of the partners he played next to.
At 10. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he had SCM, Ballack, and people who were proper box midfielders.
So Liverpool till I die, and we are having a respectful debate. We're 2 apiece. You said dribbling, you said first touch. Cool. Ball control, first touch is all in the same thing. I've gone with tackling and I've got aerial ability. So we're 2 apiece. Nah, don't hit me with that. What Havertz are you going off as well, flawless? Leverkusen or Chelsea?
No,
obviously,
if you're going to say Leverkusen, bro, you got to tell me who his partner was.
Yeah, we're going, you know what? We're going off Kai Havertz in 2023. System? That's what we're going off.
Because I know what system they played and I know who his partner was. And he gave him the license to do what he could do.
What are we talking about?
One of the most hard-working players arguably in German football. As a midfielder. What are we
talking about? And Brian, you hit the nail on the head. Souček going to win because he's a better in the 8 position overall. And that was my overall point. That's my overall point. To King Books, who said pointless convo, to be honest. No, it's not a pointless convo because this is transcended from another stream. That's where this has come from.
I think the player that you compared him to, again, it's just...
No. I didn't compare. No. I didn't compare. I just said he's better, which he is as an 8. Forget the comparison. He's better.
But I don't think I think if you're going to give a comparison, I think it's just better just to do it with the best.
I could easily
then
do it with
shows.
did
It
Paqueta play next to?
really shows.
No, you know this better than me. Did Paqueta play next to Rice in midfield?
Sometimes.
I don't know.
Sometimes.
All right, maybe I should use Paqueta then. Well, if you use Paqueta is a better 8.
Again, I would say probably the top 6 clubs. Say like a McAllister or a Bernardo Silva or a De Bruyne.
I'm going off the best Havertz versus the best Souček, and Havertz reached a higher level at his best. Yeah, because you have to time travel. All right, I'll go off the best Eden Hazard right now. So the best Eden, so I go off Eden Hazard being the best him, not Eden Hazard in 2023. Eden Hazard beats everybody. Could easily do that. That's simple. Oh, you know what? Scratch that. Cristiano Ronaldo, who's in Saudi Arabia. Forget about him in 2023. I'll go off the best Cristiano Ronaldo. He washes every number 9 on the planet. What are we doing? Yeah, you can't just reach back for 5 years and say that's the same person. When was he like? Man was there? What year was he there? 2018, 2019.
Like, people, you can't just say like Kaka wasn't the same when he got them injuries, was he?
Facts.
I love Kaka, but when he went to Madrid, he wasn't the same player.
All this to back players who are just not good enough in Kai Havertz and Mason Mount, and we've watched.
I think it's because of the reputation he got
in Leverkusen.
I seriously believe it's the reputation that he got. And look, he was a talent when he was at Leverkusen, 100%. I think Flawlessly would even agree with you, he was a talent. But then it just speaks volumes, and I'll say this again: when your team gets rid of you and then has another talent in the roster, and they don't miss you because that talent is better, says a lot.
Yeah, talking about Bayer Leverkusen, we're talking about Havertz in the Premier League, like someone said, who will be playing next week. But see this, people, all the mental gymnastics to move things around. Oh, which Kai Havertz are we talking about? Kai Havertz in 2023, my friend. That's who we're talking about. And he's just not that good. He's just not that good. Simple as that.
Wait, Flawless, just to say, I'm still bugging out about that Dennis Bergkamp thing, man. I
you
seriously,
can't get over it, can you?
I can't get my head around it. Like, it's like an ick you just can't get rid of, innit? It's like a gnat. It's just like a gnat in your room that you're trying to get rid of, but it just won't go away.
It's crazy.
They're like Mason Mount.
Yeah, like Mason Mount. People, all these mental gymnastics from Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, who are just not good players. But hey, we move. Hey, you lot can get your questions in. I know we went off a little bit, but that's because, like I said, somebody jumped in. Not Liverpool till I die. Someone else mentioning that I mentioned that in a previous stream. So, all right, cool. Let's discuss it. I can back all my takes. Because like I said, we're 2 apiece still. Man said, first touch, dribbling. I said, tackling, heading ability. So we're they're level. They're level. What are we talking about? Level.
Passing. We haven't the main fundamental of a midfielder.
I think they're both bang average. They're both bang average.
Because I think Souček has a better range of passing for sure, because I've never seen Havertz ping one from left to right.
I'm not even backing him, by the way, Flawless. I couldn't give care less. I support Liverpool. I just don't think Souček. So state your reasons. Give me another technical attribute he's better than. We're 2 apiece right now. Give me the rest as an 8. So don't bring me finishing, because we don't look at number 8s and go, his finishing is phenomenal. So give me the stuff your 8 needs. And even him, he played as a 10 and a second striker in his best seasons. So name him.
But again, he's like a unicorn in a sense. There's not many players like players like
top
him.
Quality. 100%. 100%. Flawless, what do you think of Amrabat? From what I've seen, I like in terms of profile, and I've watched him. He played in the World Cup, right?
Yeah, he played for Morocco.
Yeah, he played in the World Cup. So I remember watching him in the World Cup. I like the profile. I like the price. Get him in.
I think the guy he played next to Nahi would be better, in my opinion. Just to play next to Casemiro, I think. Again, Amrabat, unless you're gonna heavily rotate Casemiro and Amrabat together, which I don't think you should, because I think Casemiro has the durability to last multiple seasons. I just don't see that signing as a good one. I think you could do more with that kind of money, in my opinion. That's my opinion. And
just to anyone as well complaining in the chat, click the X button. You don't have to be here. If you don't like the content, click the X button and go away. You know what I'm saying? Actually, you know what? I help you. You know what I'm saying? I help you. There we go, innit? Hold up. Has it even worked? There we go. I'll help you on your way out. If you don't like the content, people, click the X button. No one asked you to be here. But yeah, Amrabat would be back up. He's man saying he can play the 6 and the 8. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And yeah, Black Diamond and everyone, yo, chill out, man. Me and Liverpool till I die. You know what I'm saying? Even though we disagreed, it was respectful. And it was respectful.
One thing I wouldn't say, if he was giving out like names or being personal, then yeah, there's a different story. But he was just making his argument, man.
Yeah.
Whether we agree with it is different, man.
Yeah, it wasn't because, like I said, we're still waiting, and you mentioned it, and I'm glad you're here in regards to the passing range. I think Havertz got better movements as well. Third man runs. That's not a technical attribute; it's a physical attribute, and you don't want to get into the physicality because, from a physical standpoint, is that not a physical attribute?
Oh no! But when I think about movement,
it
does take a very high amount of IQ to make the right movements.
Yeah, 100%. And who scored more goals from their movements in a worse team? Souček's outscored him. What are we talking about?
But you could argue set pieces.
And set pieces, which is more.
But no, but set pieces are more of a team thing. You have a way of playing, and I know David Moyes has a system when it comes to set pieces.
We know who's physically, because that's a physical attribute. It's a mix. It's mental.
But when it comes to open play,
it's mental and physical. So it's not even a technical attribute. See what I'm talking about?
When it comes to open play movement, though,
that's not a technical attribute. That's a mental and physical attribute. It's mental anticipation.
I'm only saying it because
anticipation and off the ball is mental.
No, but I'm only saying it because I had to keep it consistent because that's one of Diogo Jota's best attributes is that movement off the ball.
And that's physical and mental.
But I think it's a technical thing. I think it's a technical attribute.
Okay, so
it takes a very special player to know when to make the right movements. But we don't criticize. We don't have a go. We don't say.
You said
people don't criticize.
You said it there. Know when to make the right movements. IQ. What's IQ? What's IQ? Mental.
It can be
IQ is not technical. Let's not try and change. See how we have to do all this
round
the houses and back.
No, but I'd argue that. Okay, no, but I'd argue this flawless.
Go on.
When Vieira, when he first came into the Premier League, did he have the IQ?
Yeah, he hit the ground running, to my knowledge, if I remember correctly. He hit the ground running.
But did he have a world-class IQ?
Well, he wasn't world-class, but he developed that.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel it's more of a technical attribute because it can be worked on.
It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not a technical attribute. Stop trying to change it. It's not a technical attribute. It's a mental attribute. IQ is mental. It's not technical. Where's the technical side to it? That's IQ. IQ is mental. IQ, you know what I'm saying? How smart you are mentally. So when I say mental people, that's what I'm talking about. Well, see, I can do this, man. Like those who run jokes and run bants don't mean man can't talk ball. There's no technical element to off the ball runs. That's intelligence. That's IQ. Intelligence.
So you're saying it's more of you're born with it kind of thing.
Not necessarily born. Some people are, but you can improve on that from a mental aspect. Because you know also what that is? Off the ball. That's intelligence. Anticipation, intelligence. These are all mental things. And then of course, if you're quicker, that's a physical thing. I've noticed that I asked for technical attributes. Man said off the ball. It's not technical. Reaching. Hella dousing. Because he's just not that good. And it's going to be the same with Mount. Yeah. Until I see Kai play for Arsenal, I can't have the chest to say he's going to be trash as everyone's saying. Who thought Sancho would be so underwhelming as an example? And this is another thing. Like I said, if Arsenal were to sign Kylian Mbappe, you King Books and other Arsenal fans and other rival fans, including myself, would be like, what a great signing. What a great signing. He's going to do this, that, and
that. There's no point in Flawless making a judgment about McAllister and Szoboszlai.
Anybody. You know what I'm saying? We got to wait.
Like we can't be like me and say the whole purpose of the stream was that we were gassed that we signed Szoboszlai on top of McAllister.
Exactly. But because Havertz is getting slandered and there's no resume to back him up at Chelsea, it's let's wait and see until he plays for Arsenal. All right. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We all know he's going to be trash. Because that's the case. All right, if Arsenal sign me, is it a wait and see? We don't know what Flawless is going to do at Arsenal. No, it's a terrible signing. This guy never played professional football. And I'm over-exaggerating to make a point.
People saying about the mental and technical attributes, all I'm saying is I need more ammunition for my Diogo Jota prop. Because I think Diogo Jota is very disrespected.
But one thing I credit him for, he's from his IQ, and people don't associate mental with IQ, but his IQ is very good in terms of his movement. He's very intelligent.
I'd say one of the best.
Yeah, his intelligence is crazy. You don't score that amount of goals in accident.
A guy for his height that can get as many goals as he can in the air. I mean, it takes a big amount of IQ. I wish only Darwin Núñez had that shit. But, oh well.
Yeah.
But would you say that Jota's a technical player as a number 9?
No, but I think he's a very good finisher. I think he's a very.
Would you say two-footed is a technical attribute, but that's more associated with shooting?
Yeah, because
he's very good
with both feet. Is added to. I'd say it adds to your shooting attributes being two-footed. So I'd say that. Like, put it this way, the goal he scored against Liverpool, not many players scored this goal. The goal he scored against Spurs, so you already know the goal. Not many attacking players scored that on their wrong foot. Not many do. And the anticipation.
And he's good at
from Mora to make that. And he's good aerially as well for a small guy. He is. So that's what it is. And no, I think Havertz is trash at shooting. So no, I don't think Souček's anything great, but I think the bars on the floor. If you're
going to talk about shooting, who would you rather have, Havertz or Jota?
Oh, definitely Jota. That's without going saying. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely.
Because there's even a debate that people would rather have Jota in a 1v1 versus Salah. Says a lot.
I understand that. Jota is just as a straight finisher.
I'd rather have Jota because of the fact he's two-footed.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So he could just con the goalkeeper which way he's going to go.
That makes sense. 110%. I hear you. And just for that, and people, I say this all the time, Ram's overall football knowledge, and especially like outside of the Premier League, is much more than mine. I get more things wrong than I get right, 110%. But I'm still going to give my opinion. If I've watched Havertz at Chelsea and he's moved to Arsenal, and I think it's a terrible signing, I'm going to tell you that and tell you why. I'm also going to tell you I don't like Mason Mount because I think that's a terrible signing, even though I back the manager, even though I think the manager will improve it. I don't think it's a good signing. I think it's horrific. I think it's one of the worst deals. The only way we could have made a worse deal is if we did sign Kai Havertz.
Would you say Jota's a good dribbler?
No, I won't go as far to say good. I don't remember seeing him dribble.
He don't dribble that often. But when he does, he's quite quick on the ball.
I've never seen him dribble. I'm saying. That's it. And to Liverpool till I die, you're new here, which is cool. I love the fact that there's new people here because I can tell by the question. He says, flawless, if Havertz ends up doing really well, would you say fair enough and take it back? Yes. Yes. 100%. Why would I? Who are these people that you man are watching who don't? That's what I want to know. If I sit here and say, yo, this player is going to ball out and this player is a flop, I'm going to tell you the player is a flop. If I think a player is going to be, a player is going to be terrible and he plays very well, I'll say he plays very well. I'm okay being wrong. It's really not that deep of a thing to me.
Liverpool till I die, because he's aimed the question at me. Souček is better than Havertz and Mount. I'll say he's better than Havertz as a name. Mount, I wouldn't say so. I think Mount. That's because I don't rate Souček that highly as a name.
Yeah, I don't rate
if it's a 6, then there's no debate. Zero debate. Like, Souček is predominantly a 6. So it's understandable that he'd be better than both of them.
Well, so I'm just clarifying this. So yeah, just to clarify anyone who's watching. Yes, if I'm wrong, I'll admit I was wrong. It's really not that big of an issue to me. I was wrong about someone mentioned Sancho. I was wrong about Sancho. Is that going to state me? If me and Rams can't give our opinions on signings, there's no point in us being here. What's the point in him and Saint giving their opinions on McAllister and Szoboszlai? What's the point? What's the point if we just got to wait and see till how it goes? No. Ram thinks Szoboszlai is going to be a hit. Now, if Szoboszlai flops, Ram will say Szoboszlai didn't work out. He flopped. I was wrong. Same way if Mount is successful, which I hope. I genuinely hope Mount is. I'll sit here and celebrate and be like, yes, we got a baller. Cool. I want him to be world class. But just because I want him to be doesn't mean it will be. Like I said, I don't know who you lot have been talking to or who you lot have been watching that just doesn't admit when they're wrong. But hey, that's just me. Yeah, it's cool. Liverpool till I die. I knew that I knew you was new here when you asked me that. That's why I didn't take no offense. Mount got dropped from England. You know how bad you got to be for Southgate to drop you. Large up to
you got to be pretty poor. like when Trent was dropping stinkers every week, then that's when Southgate dropped him. And that's when he bucked up his ideas. So you got to be really, really bad to be dropped. I think Chelsea fans just drink off that Kool-Aid, man. They love the Kool-Aid. I'm just saying.
And to football is the game. I need to get to a couple comments as well. He says, Flawless, I bet you thought Sancho was going to cook when he came. No, yes, I just literally said that before I seen your comment. I thought he was going to cook. He didn't. I was wrong on that. It's really not that deep.
Many United fans.
Yeah, it's really not that deep to say, yeah, I was wrong. And says, I hope so too, man, but he's up on the hate. He's one of us now. Where's the hate? What have I said about me? This is where it gets good. This is the good part of the show. I love when people say this. Big up to you, football is the game. Let's get to this. What did I say about Mason Mount that was hate and not actually factual? Tell me, please.
The one thing I'd say, though, the way I see it is you signing Mount and your opinion on Mount is very similar to if Liverpool signed Mickey van der Ven as our left side centre back. I don't rate the guy, but I'll still hope he does well because then my team is successful. Like if I get it wrong that he ends up becoming an incredible centre back, then I got it wrong. But then if I get it right, I'm still not going to be happy because my team is not good enough. We still need another player that we need to sort out. I don't know, man.
Yeah. So yeah, football is the game. I'm dying to know, and you're spot on what you're saying there, man. I'm dying to know. Before we continue, over 95 of you lot in the building, only at 68 likes. Like check 1212. I love shows like this. You know what I'm saying? It's always good. Love this show anyway.
When it's more serious than me saying I'm just giving you crap.
Yeah. When you man ain't being dickheads.
Giving you corn.
Yeah, 80 likes. You know what I'm saying? Get us up to 80 likes. Hit the subscribe button if you are indeed new. Good to see new people in the chat as well as the regulars as well. Don't forget, link for the membership is in the pinned comment also. And on top of those things, don't forget, this show and all the other shows are available on audio-only platforms. So SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV, and this show and all the other shows on the YouTube channel, apart from watch-alongs, are available on audio-only platforms. So if you want to listen while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, while you're driving, you might be at work, or you might just not want the YouTube app open. So the links for that, it's all underneath in the description, and I put it in the comment section. And Ram's channel, the link's in the title. Ram's back at it. Ram stand. You know what I'm saying?
Back.
Ram stand.
And hopefully I'm going to stay.
Yeah, man. Well, you're here permanently anyway. When Adam says people mix it up when you say terrible signing, that is your opinion and not that you can't be wrong. Exactly, Adam. And me and you disagree on plenty. But people hear me say that and just think, oh, like, tell me what's, like I said to football, what have I said about him that's incorrect? He's not been a goal scorer for Chelsea. He's not been creative for Chelsea. He's not defensively sound for Chelsea. He's just all off the ball. That's all I've said about it.
People had a go at me for saying Darwin Núñez could work, but also saying that we paid far too much money for him.
First?
And I said I was worried that we were not going to sign any more players. Look what happened. Some fuck all after that.
Yeah, man. Hopefully that continues, man. You lot signing way too many players. I'm tired of you lot.
No, and hopefully we get Lavia and Levi Cole. Then I'll be a very, very happy man.
Lavia, Levi. How greedy are you, fam? What the fuck?
Our home, bro, it stinks. It's stinky, bro. It's stinky. We need to get that better, man. Our homegrown quarter stinks.
This guy. It's all crazy. I'll get to the super chat from UHKM. Big up as well. Of course, if you super chat people, I'll get straight to your comment or your question as well in the super chat. Yeah, go on, fam.
I've been starving for signings for almost 3 to 4 years, man.
Starve more. You know what I'm saying? Starve more. You're a Liverpool fan.
What do you mean starve more? I deserve this. I like it, and I think I deserve it.
I don't think you deserve it. No, I don't. I really don't. Absolutely not.
I think I do.
HKN says, to be honest, anytime United connected to sign a technical baller, I'm just going to assume they will fail because they usually do. Even Ten Hag seems he's going forward towards the pace and power more than technical players. Doubt Ahmed gets a chance. Big up for the super chat, HKN, much appreciated. I would be disappointed if Diallo doesn't get a chance, but even if he don't get a chance, if we need to loan him out to a Premier League club. And in regards to it, I don't mind Manchester United not having the technical I don't mind Manchester United not having the technical bowlers. I really don't. Because I don't mind the pace and power style. So it's not really a problem for me. I just want a style and stick to it. That's why if we're going to do this Tasmanian Devil, heavy pressing, heavy metal football, don't try and go and sign Harry Kane. Because he doesn't fit that. That's what makes no sense. Like if you're playing possession-based football and you go get Harry Kane, that makes more sense. Is the point I'm making. But I have no issue with the style. Go on.
Flawless, can I add a quote from what Szoboszlai said? He said, as soon as I heard that it was a serious matter, I didn't think about the Champions League. I would gladly sacrifice a year. Instead, I will try to win the Europa League with Liverpool because that is the goal. That's what I need, man. I need that mentality, man. Just go and win and win and win and win and win and win. Because you think about it, I guarantee you Pep Guardiola doesn't go into any game saying, we'll throw this game so we can focus on another game. If you want to win trophies, you've got to have to win, man.
And to football is the game. Yeah, it's fact. Yeah, sorry, go on, carry on.
I was gonna say just quick, add a thing. I listened to an interview with Lothar Matthäus talking about like why Germans are so successful. Because every single game, whether it's a friendly or whether it's a competitive game, they win. Every time, every game, they always think about winning and winning and winning and winning. It becomes like an addiction. It becomes like a drug addiction that they need it. It's copium for them. They need to win. And that's what you need to have to win the big trophies. I guarantee you, Pep Guardiola at this minute, well, not at this minute, probably he's gone to bed, but tomorrow or the day after, when they come back to training, they'll be like, we've got to win. Keep on winning. That's how you become a big team, a great team. You keep on winning these football matches.
Facts. And I just killed his dead. Big up to football is the game. Says, I've seen stats on Sky Sports saying he's since 2019, he's leading on all stats from Chelsea attack, creating goals, scored, etc. It ain't as terrible as you making out to see, my humble brother. Okay, I killed his dead. Number one, Chelsea's over attackers are shit. So being the highest goal, that's a fact. That's 110% fact. All of Chelsea's attackers are shit. Absolutely awful. So being the best in four side makes no sense. Let me just finish on this. In terms of goals scored, here's his goal scoring record at Chelsea: 7 in 37, 6 in 36, 11 in 32, 3 in 24. Overall, that is, before you continue, that's in the Prem, them numbers. So I run them numbers by you again. 7 goals in 37 games, 6 goals in 36 games, 11 goals in 32 games, 3 goals in 24 games. Now, this is his overall record. So this includes Premier League, FA Cup, League Cup, and Europe. So you got 8 in 53, 9 in 54, 13 in 53, 3 in 35. Goal scoring, forget about it. So I've killed that dead. In terms of him creating the most chances, guess what? He takes set pieces for Chelsea and has done for a number of years. So if Mount crosses a ball into the box and Rudiger heads it over the bar, that's classed as a chance created. But it cannot be a good chance. Say it's from the penalty spot and it's contested, for instance. He takes all of Chelsea's set pieces. So anytime a Chelsea player gets their head or their foot or any part of their body and it goes towards the goal, that is classed as a chance created. This is why he has 8 open play assists in 4 years. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yes, 4 seasons, he has 8 open play assists. So creative goal scoring, forget about it. Killed this argument dead. What we doing, man? What we doing? I'm not as bad as making him out. You think it's a terrible signing? Don't get on me because I'm calling it as I see it. You think it's an awful signing. What are we doing? Absolutely outrageous. Let's see what else you are saying. Yes, and Timo Werner. Yes, awful players. What are we doing here? Go on. You're going to say something. Sorry, Ram.
What I was going to say. Shit.
That is cool. It's calm. Man just out here, just nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And that. Absolute nonsense and that. Oh, my God. Fam, but you big up Eriksen for him having second most assists or something from Prems when they're all mostly all from set pieces. And I'm here saying get a major upgrade on Eriksen.
You don't even need to look at that. You just
and another thing is I don't use that as my first line of call to defend Eriksen. I say Eriksen offers you this, that, and the third. Eriksen's a quality player, but we need a major upgrade. What we do?
Can't we compare?
No. Before we go, Flawless got that mark button, brother. Chill. Attack my argument. Football is the game. Attack my argument. You said, and verbatim, he creates, he scores before
stop
you go, and he's been the highest for Chelsea. All Chelsea's attackers have been shit for however long. He's got 8 open play assists, so we know he ain't creative, and he scored the most times once in his career, he's got double figures in the Premier League and double figures overall. Let me run through the numbers again. 53, he's got 8 goals in 53 games, 9 goals in 54 games, 13 goals in 53 games, 3 and 35. They are not good numbers. So he gives you nothing offensively, or gives you very little, I should say. Let's not act like this is good. Ain't no brother chill. Like you were saying, oh, I'm not as bad as... No, these stats make him out to be bad. He has 8 open play assists in 4 seasons. That's 2 a year. That's 2 a season. And to man who mentioned Eriksen, let me just reiterate, I've said for the longest I want to upgrade on Eriksen. Major upgrade. So if you have 8 open play assists but crap attackers, whose fault is yours? Because you should get more. You should get more. Because I guarantee if you put Kevin De Bruyne in that team, he has more than 8 over 4 seasons. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Put Kevin De Bruyne or put prime David Silva in that team, you have more than 8 open play assists. Guaranteed. But again, here comes the defense league. Here comes the Mount Defense League in that. Defender, 8 open play. It's not his fault, it's the attacker's fault. All right. Okay.
Can't we compare Mount to the other better players? Why do you have to compare it to Chelsea? Isn't that the standard? Comparing
the standard
players
should
to
be
good
us.
players.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
And by the way, the other thing I was going to say was the only players, the attacking players that they had were normally either shit or they're mainly like sacrificial players. One example would be Olivier Giroud. I mean, I rate Giroud quite highly because he's more or less a sacrificial player. He would make other players look better and sacrifice his game to make them look better and for the team. That's how he was as a player.
That's why I'm not hearing it. Everything's just excuses. Let me ask you, Ram, if you put prime David Silva in that Chelsea side over 4 seasons with those same attackers, same managers, same circumstances, does he have more than 8 open play assists?
Yeah.
Okay, scratch that. Who do you think is the best attacking midfielder currently right now in the Premier League?
Oh, Kevin De Bruyne.
Okay, if you put Kevin De Bruyne in that side, same setup, same system, same managers, does he have more?
I was thinking David Silva.
Okay, wait.
Silva
I'm gonna keep going
for Chelsea.
I'm gonna keep going. No, forget him working. Like you've already said, he gets more than him. Who's the second best attacking midfielder in the Premier League for you?
I would say. Fuck it, we'll stick with Gundogan.
Okay, if you put Gundogan in that team, does he have more than 8 open play assists in 4 years? Does he get more than 2 a season?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
100%.
100%. Who's the best? Okay, who's the best attacking midfielder outside of the Premier League?
Outside the Premier League,
to you.
Musiala.
Okay, if you put Musiala in that team, does he get more than 2 open play assists a season?
He cooks.
Okay, well keep going. Who's the second best attacking midfielder in Europe outside of the Premier League to you?
You put me on the spot here, it's flawless.
Yeah,
Can I go with just a normal midfielder?
Yeah, go with someone who's attacking. Don't necessarily have to be a 10, it can be an 8. All right, if you put Modric in that team, does Modric get more than 2 open play assists?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, Modric, cool. So that's 2. Who's the third best midfielder of offensive stature outside of the Premier League? Because man said just pick City players, so we're doing non-City players.
Bellingham.
Okay, if you put Bellingham in that side, does he get more than 2 open play assists a season?
Probably.
Okay, so that's another one. Number 4, who's the 4th?
Julian Brandt will stick with the Bundesliga.
Okay, we'll go. If you put Julian Brandt in that Chelsea team, same circumstances, same managers, does he get more than 2 open play assists a season?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, who's number 5 outside the Premier League? Same question.
Oh, you know what? Just put Szoboszlai. Why
okay, not? we'll put Szoboszlai in there. All right. Szoboszlai. Does he get more than 2 open play assists per season?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, number 6. Who's the 6th best?
I look at LFC for the doubles comment right there.
Do you believe Jordan Henderson gets more than 2?
Well, he has, apparently.
No, in that Chelsea side. Do you think Jordan Henderson gets more than 2?
Maybe.
Okay, the fact is maybe terrible. What did we get up to? We got up to 5, 6. Who's the 6th best outside of the Premier League? Because we're not going to use City players.
We'll go Barella.
6. Okay, does Barella get more than 2 open? Okay,
yeah.
Who's number 7?
Sandro Tonali, since he's
Okay,
coming.
does Sandro Tonali get more goals? Okay, that's the 8th. Who's the 8th best in your opinion?
8th. I want to say Chiesa. 8th, I'll probably say Pellegrini, Lorenzo Pellegrini.
Okay, does Lorenzo Pellegrini get more than 2 open play assists in that Chelsea side?
He does.
Okay, so we're at number 8, 9. Who's the 9th best midfielder outside of the Premier League?
Off the top of my head.
Yeah, off the top of your head.
Kimmich.
Okay, does Kimmich get more than 2 open play assists? All right, we'll stop at number 10. Who's the 10th best midfielder outside of Europe in the outside of the Premier League?
Off the top of my head, I'll probably say Çalhanoğlu.
Okay, does Çalhanoğlu get more than 2 open play assists?
Oh yeah, he does.
All right, so we reach 10 and then add in the Premier League players, and this is where I'm out. And this is it. Football is the game. I love this. Look who you're comparing Mount to. Come on, Flawless Better. No, we're comparing Mount to the best. Are we not? Is our aim not to be the best? So it's okay for us to go get average players. You're now complaining that I'm comparing Mount to the best. See what I'm talking about?
How can Florian Wirtz, yes, he does.
The list goes on. You know what I'm saying?
And football is the game. The only time Mount cooked at Anfield was when we had 0 centre-backs and Fabinho was playing as our centre-back. That's when he cooked. And we were in our worst period at the time. Zero confidence.
I dislike this a lot in terms of, and I think I remember watching that game. Werner scored as well, right?
Werner scored from running, and he scored offside.
Yeah. So look who you're comparing Mount to. Come on, Flawless Better. No, we need to do better. Why, when I'm comparing Mount to the best, it's a problem? Are we not aiming to be the best? Should we not be trying to sign the best? But then you'll say I'm being too harsh. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not excuses because what has he done afterwards?
Man, just moving goalposts and that, talking about one game at Anfield and that. We're talking overall. Like I said, this comment here tells you all you need to know. Look at who you're comparing him to. So I can't compare Mount to the best. Why can't I do that? Because if we were to sign Kylian Mbappe, we would be comparing him to the best. When we signed Casemiro, we compared him to the best. Instantly, we compared him to the other best top DMs in the Premier League and then around Europe. If we were to sign Luka Modric, we're comparing him to the best. If we were to sign Onana, we're comparing him to the best.
When we signed McAllister, we compared him to Gundogan.
You compared him to the best. You know what I'm saying? Forget sole creator. We're not talking about Bruno. We're talking about Mount. You said I'm being too harsh, and now you're here defending him, saying, "Oh, look who you're comparing him to." Nah, let's compare him to the best. You're at Manchester United Football Club.
Have I glitched out, or is it just me? I don't know if I've glitched out or Flawless glitched out. Chat, can you hear me, or is it me? Is it me? Is it just me, or Flawless is bugging, or am I bugging? Oh, it is Flawless that's broken. Okay, brilliant. But look, Flawless has a point, man. At the end of the day, he is giving his opinion about Mason Mount, and he doesn't think he's good enough. Personally, for me, I think you lot could have gotten a lot better. I think if you would have got a Caicedo, Flawless is gone. I think if you got Caicedo, it would have been a lot more of a problem for the rest of the league. And I think it would have been a much better partner for Casemiro than Mount. That's just my opinion. And everyone's right, entitled to their own opinion. He don't rate Mount like that. And it's the fact that people are making excuses for him. Like, I don't want to draw you out. Football's the game, but you're going off a game where Liverpool are at their worst and has 0 centre backs.
Can you hear, man? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you, man. I can hear you. You're good, man.
I glitched out. It was on my end, innit? That's why. But man's here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. Yeah, Round says you are in every right to be concerned. We just have hope to help. He proves us wrong. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Is Matt trash in your opinion? I don't think he's trash, but I don't think he's good. I think he's okay. He's okay. I think a player of his I think he has a little bit of technical quality, but he has a brain like a gnat. He has like a brain like a gnat. And I think he gets too into his feelings and trying to be like Frank Lampard kind of thing. I get that vibe with him, that he wants to try and be as Frank Lampard as he could possibly be, which is a bad thing. You should never ever try to be a player that you're not, or even try to be a player that you want to be. Be a player that you yourself know that you can be. Don't try ever recreate a player. You can always aspire to be that kind of player, but you always want to be your own player. And that's what I get. That's the vibes that I get from him. Like someone said it here, man. If Flawless, would you have taken Coutinho? Well, not Coutinho now, but Coutinho when he was at Barcelona.
Prime Coutinho.
Not prime.
Was
Coutinho,
he in his prime?
When he went to Bayern.
What year?
2019.
Who was our? I'd have to check, and who was our manager? Then I can't remember.
It would have been Oli.
Ah, fuck. Nah, I was just not invested. It was just get him out. Could have given Oli whoever it was. And if my mic sounds weird, it's because I'm on my phone, people. But just to clarify, let's bump up the likes because we are going to close out. And in regards to it, like, no, football is the game. Man said, what's it called? Flawless, man. I'm sorry. You didn't rattle me. I'm just here just looking at this nonsense. You said, look at who you're comparing Mount to. Come on, Flawless. So don't compare him to the best. Nobody said he's horrific. I said he's horrific for where we're trying to challenge, because you have stated that he's not good enough for where we're trying to go to. You don't believe it. That's why you're saying don't compare him to the best, because he doesn't measure up. So if you're not the best, why are we signing him?
Like football's the game. I'm asking you this question right here. We're not trying to draw you out here or anything. Go back a couple of weeks beforehand. Would you have rather signed McAllister or Mason Mount to partner Casemiro? I just want your opinion. That's it. We'll give you some time to respond.
Yeah, and ironically, because Adam says, I personally think we can do better, but I also think Mount will be better than Flawless thinks, and numbers can improve at United, but that's just me. Ironically, the two Bruno stands like him. Football is the game's a Bruno fan. Adam MUFC's a no surprise. You know what I'm saying to that?
But you can
surprise.
You can have that opinion that you think he's good. You think he's good enough. Like you can have that opinion.
I'm saying, man, are saying, oh, don't compare him to the best. All right, can't compare Manchester United signing to the best. You know that means he's washed.
So you said you would rather have McAllister, but isn't that the point? You're meant to compare these players together.
Yes,
and that should be the standard. So I don't know, man.
Yeah. And I don't know if Adam's responding to you. I'm not saying you didn't want Mount. I'm just saying football is the game. And Adam, you man are both fans of Bruno. So it's no surprise you're here defending this Mount thing. It's not a surprise. Because they're the same profile. I actually think Bruno's better though. But they're the same profile. But yeah, we're going to close out this anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because then when we fail, man, I'm going to be like, yo, why are we failing? Mason Mount. All right, cool. Yo, Rams, anything you want to add before we do indeed close out?
I'm gonna put my link in the chat again for people to
drop your link in the chat
to subscribe to the channel, man. The revitalization of the Rand stand is back and is in full flow.
Love that.
I'm big up Flawless for having me on again. Hopefully it'll be a regular occurrence.
Definitely will be a real thing. Definitely.
It looks like it's gonna be a regular occurrence. Me and myself and Saint, and also a little appearance here and there from a man like James Redmond in the house. So yeah, man. Looking forward to the next week's program, bro. That's what
it is. And just to get to this,
Rams, subscribe.
Large up, Rams. Of course, you're here. And just to Adam, he says, I ain't defending Mount, bro. Just think you think he's worse than he is. Adam, let me ask you a simple question. Do you think Mount is good? Is he a good player? Is it a good signing? Yes or no? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Please. And same to you. Football is the game. Is Mount a good player? Is it a good signing? Just a simple yes or no. Simple yes or no. That's all man needs. Oh, now he said Mount gonna cook. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Mount gonna cook, but we can't compare him to the best though. HKM, big up for the super chat. Says Bruno scored 8 and assisted 8 in the Prem. Open play goals 6 and open play assist 5. Guys, that's not good. Played 35 games. Big up for the super chat. HKN. We all know. I've spoken in depth about Bruno's deficiencies. I've spoken in depth. But that's all I want to know. Man said Mount's going to cook, but we can't compare him to the best. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes perfect sense. All right. Well, yeah, Adam as well to you. Yeah, same question to you. Do you think he's a good player? Is it a good signing? Yes, good signing for how we're trying to play. Okay, football is the game. Do you think he's a good player? That's another thing. And Adam, where you are, I want to know your response too before I do indeed close out, just so I know what I'm dealing with. Just so I know what I'm dealing with, because this is outrageous. Because if I would have suggested this, man won't be trying to hear it when we move. Love the show as always, man. It's always entertaining. Make sure you subscribe to Ram's channel as well. All right, man, ain't even gonna pop up. But yeah, Ram will be here on a weekly basis as well. Same as well. But love to everyone who has locked in. This has been the Man United podcast meets the Analysis at Anfield podcast. Manchester United, Liverpool show live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.